What is going on, everybody? Welcome back. Episode 18, still in hyper, baby. What is going on?
18 is a big one. Do we have a lot to break down tonight.
Yes,
Wow.
we do, man. We just got back from ICC last weekend. Me and Hyper just met in person. For those of you that may not know, we posted a couple shorts, had it in the vlog, and it was just like, man, we've been talking about the whole time. Meeting you, dude, like in person was just like somebody randomly online just through a mutual love of Star Wars, and me and you just like had a chemistry and like it's turned into something so much more. Not only did we create this show together and do this every other Saturday, but we've also like really become really good friends. Like me and you talk all the fucking time. I think either of us had no idea it would have like become something like it has. You know what I mean?
Well, let me take a moment and say, first of all, how many do we have in chat right now? Hey, everybody, how's it going?
Yeah. Hey, what's going on, everybody? Thank you for coming by the show.
How many so far?
I'm trying to go up and check. My computer's acting a little squirrely right now.
Well, I just wanted to take
we
a
got
moment.
9 people in chat.
All right, 9 people. So here we are. I just wanted to say, first of all, the pleasure was all mine meeting you in person. And I just said right before we went live, this sucks, man. I want to do this live all the time now.
Fuck yeah, dude.
But the other thing I wanted to say was, everybody, Stoned is one built cat, man. He is a strong dude. Like,
oh, stop!
Ain't nobody going to be moving this cat out of the way. I'm telling you right now. Like, and I'm telling you, like, he's built. He's strong. And
thank you, man.
He comes running up to me, and I'm like, hold on, wait a minute. I gotta like, I thought I was gonna have to like, try to run for a first down through this linebacker coming at me. So he's a big boy. He's a strong boy. That's what
Thank
I'm
you,
saying,
my friend. You're just blowing my head up, man.
And your lady is absolutely lovely. We had so much fun with Rain and Shannon. And the other thing I wanted to say was, I tried to tell you, Shannon ain't having none of it. She's none of it. She's out doing her own thing, right? So, but she did rally and we did have some nice times together afterwards. But yeah, she's nope.
No, man, dude, you're honestly like, I know, like I was just saying to you earlier, you might consider yourself an older guy, but you're kind of a unit yourself, man. You're kind of built too, man. I'm just hoping I can keep this up at my older age as well, dude. Age is just I say older loosely, like it's just a number, man.
You just have to have a beautiful woman telling you she could do better every day to keep you
motivation.
Keep you in line. Exactly, right? And they both could. They both could.
Absolutely, right?
Yeah. So we're just hanging on, man.
But man, dude, Shannon also just super sweet lady. It was so like meeting you. I knew we were gonna hit it off, and I was like, man, I really hope that our wives get along. That I like her, and dude, it was just like instant chemistry. We sat down and ate. We actually went out to dinner the last day of the con, and it was Sunday, which was the 18th, and we went to this badass fucking. It was called the Aquarium Restaurant. Dude, you're sitting there. We're eating our awesome food. A little pricey, but it's so worth it. It's a little swanky place. It's worth the money. Yeah. But we're eating our fucking awesome meals, and then you just look up while you're eating, and you see a black-tipped shark, a speckled moray eel, and like
crazy.
Such a rad. Thank you so like. Y'all, and another thing is we also got invited by Hyper and Lady Hyper, so just thank y'all for inviting us, man. It was such an awesome time.
Oh yeah, so she doesn't mess around. When we go on a vacation, she's on it, and then she just digs deep until she finds, and she's like, hey, what about this? What was it, like 300,000 gallon tank or something crazy?
It's like 220, 300, something like massive, dude. I'll pull up some pictures on Instagram.
Oh yeah, so everybody, first of all, before we even get into the Star Wars stuff, everybody has to go to Nashville and have themselves a hell of a time.
Yes.
Because that town, without the Star Wars stuff, is absolutely lit. Like, that town is crazy. The best live music I've ever heard. The packed bars, restaurants, hotels, music coming out of everywhere. Good barbecue, but better fried chicken. That's the fried chicken city right there. Is what that is. I found out that, but great time. But yeah, anyways, have at it, man. What are we talking about first here?
So I wanted to show a couple of pictures of that restaurant we were talking about, but real quick, we kind of get, we're excited. We're like all amped up coming back from ICC, and like Hyper was saying, we're like, this is so much better in person. Fuck this bullshit. This is
really
ass,
right,
man.
Exactly right.
But we do have my nephew Jackson in here. He says first. Thank you so much for coming by, buddy. We got HowlrunnerBase here, says second. Brian Myers third. Thank you all so much for coming by. We got Phantom Menace Dennis fourth. Also very nice meeting you at ICC, man. That was awesome. We got fifth. Damn, got to run. Hey, thanks for stopping by, Hypochondriacs. Hope your errands go smoothly, my friend. Got Mud Orange, says morning all the way from the UK, I believe. Thanks for stopping by, man.
Absolutely.
Okay, I'm gonna take that one back down. That's a little nugget for chat.
Right. So, GenXBrian, first of all, I feel you. How's the pain? Is the pain subsiding yet? Are you working through it?
Yeah, our buddy Brian just had rotator cuff surgery, so we hope you're feeling good, Brian. Thank you for hanging out with us tonight, man.
We're just disclosing your protected health information online over here, Brian. Don't worry about it, right?
So Instagram's being all squirrely. I'll try it again later. I was going to try to pull up those pictures of that awesome restaurant we ate at, but anyways, so as we said already, this is our recap of ICC. Me and Hyper got to meet in person. We bought some cool shit. A little bit of Black Series, a little bit of Hot Toys, a little bit of this, a little bit of that. A little bit of that, Dude, real quick, they got they have the Mandalorian. It's okay. Okay. My dog just came in here, my bad. They actually have a Mandalorian and Grogu Hot Toy for $170 at my local comic shop, dude. I'm like, oh, it was like it's almost like Destiny because I skipped out on that one at ICC.
Right. And what were you? We talked the guy down to like 150 or something, didn't we?
Yeah, I think he said 160, 150. Also, Luke, come here, baby.
Right. So everybody, so Stoned, it was hilarious. So I got to not only go to the con, but I got to go and meet Stoned, who had never been to a con before. So you have to understand the dynamic. He was on fire. I think we even had a pep talk. I pep talked him. I'm like, dude, do a lap through first. So I get there, and I think, well, how long had you been here before I got there on Friday? What, like maybe 20 minutes?
Yeah, it was like maybe 30, 45, maybe.
Okay. So for less than an hour for sure.
Oh yeah,
so
not long.
I text him and I'm like, hey man, where are you? Let's do this meet and greet right now. So he comes around the corner and he's got this Wampa. No, you've got the Rancor and you've got like 8 figures. And I'm like, this man has not even been here 25 minutes. And he's already like 200 in the hole, right? I'm like, okay, easy in the hole, right?
Oh yeah.
So it was just so funny because and I'm like, okay, he's just like all the rest of us at our first time, right? And it's so hard. It's so hard to control yourself.
Yeah,
because it's everything you ever wanted right there.
Yep, right, and it's right at your fingertips. You're walking around with cash in your pocket. It's there.
Oh yeah,
you're getting the experience. You have the hype behind you. You got fucking Hyperdrive collections, and you're like, buy it, bro, buy it.
Oh yeah, I was so bad.
Hey, so dude, you were helping me get some deals too, though, bro.
So yeah, so you didn't realize that this was a bartering situation?
No,
right?
Had no idea.
So
all fixed prices.
Every single price is a suggestion.
Yeah,
right.
Like flea market.
Right, exactly. So you go in there and you don't want to disrespect somebody. If they want 200 for something, you're not going to offer them $50, but
right,
maybe 150, right? Like 150, 170, and almost everybody is going to work with you a little bit.
Absolutely, man.
Almost everybody, right? So
no, they don't want to take this shit back, dude. They're trying to take cash back. They don't want to load this shit back up in their trucks and shit.
Oh man, seriously. But you know what the funny part was? So we were there Friday for maybe about 2 hours, and then Saturday we were there for maybe 4 hours?
Yeah, 4 a little bit. Yeah.
And then after a while, you do kind of blow your load, and then you're kind of done. Like you max out, and you're like, I don't know if I've just hit the ceiling or if I'm just exhausted from doing this.
Right.
We both kind of hit that at the same exact moment on Saturday.
Yes, we did.
And but it was so funny because every time I saw Mrs. Stoned, the smile was just a little bit less every time because you and I were running around spending all of the money in the world, and she was like, and she started to tighten those purse strings a little bit towards the end. It started to a little bit.
She was so chill, man, and
It was awesome.
Letting me drag her around, and then like she was getting some footage of me and you doing. I wasn't even thinking about that, so she even got some footage of me and you. That was. I even went back and watched my vlog a little bit. It's so cool to just like watch me and you like do something that we both love together. Like that was just really fucking rad to see, man. Honestly,
my favorite moments were when you and I went around and met the cosplayers and the
droids. Yeah.
Oh, dude, the droids.
That was so cool.
The Andor tank, the tank there, and remember they had that big ass the
hover tank.
Hover tank. That was
that shit was so cool.
Yeah. And you're right. Yes, you're exactly right, Phantom Menace Dennis.
I know for next year.
Yeah, at least $5, you know. But what's that? What is he? 50% off.
50% off, or I'll take my business elsewhere.
That's right, man. That was what Sunday was. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, Sunday. I didn't get to. Did you ever go Sunday, Hyper?
I was done.
I feel you, dude.
We went on Sunday. So the other thing that we did, my wife and I, we hiked 15 miles over the course of 3 days that we were there, man. Beautiful country for sure.
Sending me pictures and videos the whole time, and I'm like, fuck, we need to stay a week next year.
Yeah, we needed longer. And to be honest with you, like as great as the con was, and it was awesome meeting all the people you ever see online and everything.
Yeah,
I think
dude.
Some of the best times were getting out and seeing Nashville itself and the surrounding area. That was really
totally, dude.
But so what? Maybe about after 30 minutes after we meet in person, you and I, it was destiny. We were going to go meet Watto, right? Like that was it. Andy Secom was there.
Yes.
And I'm telling you what, guys, when Stoned ever met Watto in person, that was a priceless moment because the actor Andy Secom knew that he was with a legitimate Watto fan. Oh, he got a frame too, huh?
Yes, sir. Nice. Just got it today.
Looks good, man. Looks
thank
really
you,
good.
Man. Thank you so much.
Yeah. And so he started speaking. He started doing some dialogue from the movie, and our boy Stoned lost his full mind. He lost his full mind over that.
It was amazing, dude. Like being able to witness that in person. Y'all know me, dude. Like Watto's like, and then even fucking Hyper's like all hyping me up. He's like, every Saturday on our podcast, all of our subscribers and fans, they look forward to his impersonation of you. And I'm just like,
oh yeah,
he's just hyping me up, right? So kind of did the little voice for him. He's like, oh, that's pretty good. I was nervous as fuck. I didn't even mean for it to, but man, me and Hyper, he talked to us for a minute, man. Like we were just sitting there talking to him for like 5-10 minutes. 15, 10 minutes easily.
Yeah.
It felt like 15 because I was just like, you wouldn't think you'd get starstruck over somebody like that because you didn't see them in the movie, but it's like knowing that they played that role. And then he showed me in Hyper these really, when he showed us those cool 8x10s of him in the hat.
Oh, yes.
On set. Yeah.
Right. That was awesome.
That was really, I hope he's going to be there next year because I think I wouldn't mind going to check him out and talk to him again.
So, and we did invite him onto the live stream. We did indeed invite him onto the live stream. Now, who knows?
Yes, we did.
You never know. Maybe he will reach out.
Thank you, Phantom Menace Dennis.
Give us some merch. And then, so the next day on Saturday, I went back. So I got there a little bit before Stone did on Saturday. Mm-hmm. And I went right back over there and I waited in line to meet him. And he remembered who I was right away. And I said, look, I got to get this signed. And I spent like, no big deal. It was no big deal. But I wanted to get that for Stone so bad.
No big deal. Bullshit. It was $60 for a fucking signature, man. Dude, that was very kind of you.
Look, man, it was a pleasure because I was like, we cannot leave this facility without him having a signed Watto figure, So, anyways, and then actually, I actually spoke with the woman who played Ton Wee, the
Did
Camino
you really?
Owner. Oh yeah,
cool, man.
She was really cool.
Yeah, I didn't know you spoke to her.
Me, and that gave me shivers. The Ton Wee voice. And then I went and met Lewis McLeod, who played Sebulba.
Oh,
he
awesome,
was a
dude!
Really cool dude.
Sweet, dude. Awesome.
Yeah, cool.
I didn't know you met those two. Awesome.
Yeah. So I got over there, like I said, remember I had gotten there before you, and I went over there, and it was kind of quiet over there in the morning time.
Yep.
And so
Best
I was
time,
just
dude.
yeah. So, and then I also got, I met one of my personal favorites, one of the Gamorrean Guard actors, and I got a nice plaque.
You talked to him for a minute, man. Yeah. I
Yeah.
know Gamorrean Guard's kind of like your thing, you know?
So it's funny. So the guy's like, hey, so where are you from? And I said, I'm from the Cape in Massachusetts. And he goes, oh shit, my best friend lives on the Cape in Yarmouth. And I'm like, what? So he spends most of the summers about 15 minutes from my house, which was just like, you gotta be kidding me. Yeah. So he's like, hey, what's that?
No, you go ahead, man. Go ahead.
Oh, no. Yeah, he said he was from New Jersey, but he's got a friend of his who does some stunt work or something like that.
Yeah.
Retired stunt guy. And he lives 15 minutes from me. So he's like, hey man, you know, I gave him my Instagram stuff, and he's like, the next time I'm down on the Cape, why don't you come over? And I'm like, oh my God, I'm gonna party with the Gamorrean Guards. Right?
Bro.
Crazy.
That'd be insane, bro. You're gonna be drinking some of that Spotchka, bro.
Exactly.
Yes, sir. Hey, I wanted to say, Sam Kerr, one of my channel members, thank you so much for stopping by, dude. It was also absolutely cool guy. We even got to hang out with Sam a little bit Saturday. We were even over at here, I'll go ahead and show these off real quick. We were hanging over at a booth from a guy named Stephen Moore. He did the art badges for ICC, and we were all hanging out over there. Me, Sam, and my wife, Mrs. Stoned, and me, Sam, Hyper, and Mrs. Stoned. Yep, he got the yes, sir.
Yeah, there it is.
And so he did all the artwork for the badges for ICC. So, and I also got my badges signed and got all these signed. We talked to him for a few minutes, and something that was cool is I bought these two prints, and then he gave me they look so good framed, man. He even I made a little post on Instagram, and he was like, "Oh man, those look great." But the Venom is actually exclusive. This is the only one that wasn't. He told me, or told us, I should say, that this is the only one that wasn't used for badge art. So they probably will not see this design anymore. So I thought that was pretty. It's kind of exclusive now, you know.
He was a really cool guy, the artist Steve Moore.
Yes,
and while we're at it, Sam Cobra, dude, that was so much fun meeting with you.
Yes, it was. And
Sam Cobra and I got to hang out quite a bit after you ditched us at the con for a little while there.
When did that happen?
You and Mrs. Stoned, I think you went to get like coffees or something like that, or
that's probably what it was.
But so we were walking around, we were having a good time, and it was actually Cobra who's responsible for
dude.
Up there. Hunter. It's the Cobra who made that happen, just so we were clear, right? And
yes, sir.
And so Sam Cobra is a cool cat, and everybody needs to subscribe to his channel. He just actually started up a channel. And,
cool.
Yeah, definitely go check him out. It's good. But we had so much fun, awesome. And so he's responsible for me walking out of there with Hunter. And if he had it his way, I would have bought the entire Bad Batch. And actually, Sam and I, he was my partner in crime. So my wife was hanging out at the bar in the lobby of the hotel for a while towards the end of the day, and I had to go to the cash machine, and I had to get some more cash. But I'm like, Cobra, you got to run some interference or something, man. We can't. She can't see me. And so Cobra's like, I got this. So he came up with like the exit plan, and then so I can't walk past her after the debit after we do the ATM machine. So he's like, hey, let's just walk around. We're going to go through the restaurant. And there's like all these barriers and like velvet ropes and road cones like blocking off the restaurant. And I'm like, oh, we can't go that way. And Cobra's like, the hell we can't. Let's go. And we like crawl on our bellies underneath the thing and slither through the darkened restaurant. And everybody's looking at, oh, yeah. And he's like, I think we did it. So, Cobra, thank you so much for that, man. Yeah.
Good. Yeah, so cool meeting like fellow fans, subscribers, channel members in person. It was a really great time, man. It really, really fucking was.
It's so weird, isn't it? Isn't it to say like meeting a fan? Like nobody's a fan. Like it's just like
it's like weird, man. Like weird. Supporter. It does sound kind of weird. Yeah. It sounds a little pretentious when you say fan.
Right.
You know,
like,
and we don't mean it like that.
I feel like I'm just meeting friends.
Exactly.
chat with, you know.
Yeah, you said it the best, man. Absolutely.
Because I did talk to one guy, and I won't tell you his name, but he did say the word fans. He's like, yeah, you know, I'm trying to, and I'm like, man, that just doesn't sound right to me. Like it just,
Yeah,
I don't know. It sounds weird. Like it sounds like he's a celebrity, and I'm like, no, dude, I don't want to be that guy.
I got you.
Like, yeah, so
I gotta say I've been guilty of that. Or you know, I don't say fans that often. I think I have before, but I've also like I've just always rather said like supporters or subscribers or like
right, subs or whatever.
Yeah, it just comes off the tongue a little bit better, you know.
Right.
In our opinions, everybody's different, of course. Maybe me and Hyper are being overly considerate. Who knows? That's just how we are, you know.
Right,
so.
Right.
And by the way, I did want to plug some merch. Y'all can see here, I got some Stone Mando shirts right here, and I did want to say I got some Hyper Stone and Hyper Show shirts coming as well. So be sure to check those out. Again, not necessary at all. If y'all are in a position and y'all want some merch, it's there, and it's greatly appreciated. I hope y'all enjoy this. And honestly, like that's why I wanted to order this stuff before I like made it live to purchase, because I want to make sure it was good quality, and like it's printed on here. I've already washed this one time. It has not chipped or flaked or anything, dude. Like they have a lot of stuff by Gildan, and I really like Gildan product. This one's not Gildan, but this one's still like a really soft cotton t-shirt. It feels so good. And all the sizes that I choose, I'm kind of a big boy, like Hyper was saying. So I like a 2-3X fits me, but I like a 4X to feel I like to feel a little loose on me, but they have all the way up to 6X, super accommodating for size for bigger boys like myself. So I just like, I really like the quality, and I feel good about if people want to get a shirt that they're not just buying some shit that's going to flake off in like 6 fucking months or something. Like it's actually a good quality shit. So
I saw it in person, and obviously at the con, and you know, a lot of people were rocking their own merch and stuff like that. But I would say that shirt that you have was the best looking, best quality one that I saw, because some of it's just iron-on stuff that looks like it's going to fall apart in 2 washes.
Yeah,
no,
thank you so
good.
much, dude.
Yeah, that looks good. And of course, so he comes over, and it's like sun's out, guns out, right? And oh yeah, there it is on the back. Oh yeah. See, I never saw the back of the shirt because he had so much merch hanging off bags across his back. I had no idea there were graphics on the back of that thing. You know, but
hey, it's always guns out, baby. Always
guns out,
yes,
man.
Sir.
Right. I thought I already have. Does this badge allow me into the gun show? Because here we are.
You're handsome enough, bro. You get in free. Whatever.
Oh, man. Hey, so speaking of, we're over at Steve Moore, the artist, and one of the things I know a lot of people. First of all, thank you so much for the support. I know both Stone's videos from ICCC and mine have been blowing up. I've had over 1,000 views, 1,500 views on a bunch of them.
Hell yeah!
So thank you for that. Everybody seems to like the content from that. But so Steve Moore, one of the things that I like to do when I go to the con is I've been to enough of them now where I really focus on the stuff that you can only get there that might be specific to the area. Yeah. And you know, Stone, like when you go, like, so one of my favorite things that I saw was because you're in Nashville and the surrounding area, there's a lot of Star Wars tie-ins to the things of that area, you know, and so like the Nashville Predators hockey team, they had a really, really awesome booth there. And you know, so that's a big NHL franchise. And so they were giving away merch and doing all of this. And so, you know, like when you walk by those tables, oh yeah, there's the Nashville Wampas. That's the minor league team. Those are really, really cool stickers.
Are they actually called the Wampas?
Yeah, they're the Nashville Wampas. In fact,
oh shit.
Oh yeah. So there's the Nashville Predators. That's the major hockey team. Yeah. And then they got the Nashville Wampas, which is like the minor league team. So hold on, I'm gonna put the microphone down so you can see this for a second.
Ooh, I like that.
Isn't that sick?
Yeah, I fuck with that, dude. That's a good. I like that blue one. That it almost looks like a A Tar Heel blue, you know?
That's that Tar Heel Carolina blue. That's right. So
I like that.
I got a bunch of those shirts, and I'm giving them to family members and stuff. But you can only find that stuff at a convention that's in the Nashville area. And so, like, me, I mean, I bought a couple of, what did I buy? Maybe two Black Series figures, I think.
Yeah, you bought a couple blacks. Yeah.
But mostly I was focusing on the stuff that's local. So this Nashville Wampas team, it was sick because I love Wampas, and so they had all that merch. So I bought the T-shirt, I bought the hat, and then I bought the little stickers. I bought this patch, which is a really cool Nashville Wampas.
Ooh, I fuck with that.
Man. And then all that Wampa stuff from them. But then they had, I don't know if you saw, but there was microfigures.com. Did you see that booth there with the microfigures? And they had the vintage Kenner figures, but they were all micro size, maybe like 3 times as big as the figures that Timbo does for us, right?
Yeah.
And they had a convention exclusive figure, and I got the convention Wampa.
Nice, dude. That's
so cool, man.
That's so rad.
Cool. So, it's the Kenner Wampa, but it's just shrunk down to about maybe 1/5 of the size. So
yeah.
Those are the things that I like to find when I go there. Those exclusives that are just sort of unique to that one day,
Yep.
Yeah.
Jacob, what's up, bro? Thank you for stopping by, man.
Hey, what's up, everybody?
Tuning in while at work. Thank you so much, man. I hope your shift goes by good, man. Had a great time on your stream last night.
Yeah.
Especially, I know you, especially, man, with all the shit you've had going on with work. Oh, and we also have Doug Smith, the member for 1 month. Thank you so much, Doug. Hey, I have your giveaway right here. I'm going to be shipping out. I got to ship out something to you, Doug. This right here. I got to ship something out to Hyper, to Commander Cook. I got to ship something out to my boy Troy, my boy Con. I got a lot of stuff to send out to people, man. So everybody be on the lookout. I'll be sending some stuff out for sure.
Right. That's right.
Phantom Menace this, it says, yeah, that micro-sized Kenner booth was super cool.
Yes. Wasn't that awesome?
Yeah,
the other thing is, so the Wampa did not come in on the card like all the other minifigures came carded, in actual bubbles. But the Wampa came with this certificate of authenticity, which
that's cool as fuck, dude.
It's pretty cool, right? Like I really like that. So it makes for really nice, something special, And I guess the reason why I talked to the guy, and he did the Wampa because of the Nashville Wampas and its association with Nashville. So I thought that was a really cool tie-in. So I was running around buying all this Wampa stuff all weekend, So
hell yeah, bro.
Yeah.
Well, shit, man. Do you want to start getting into some of our treat y'all shelf?
Oh, absolutely, man. I don't have all of it because I want to focus on just a couple of things, but
totally fine, man.
Like the Black Series. Everybody knows what the Black Series look like. We've already gone over it, so I'm focusing on the exclusive stuff. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, dude.
Yeah, but yeah, hit it off, man. Go for it.
So, all right, we'll get right into it. I'll start. I'll show this off real quick. I got some old school 3 3/4 card backs. I got some Saga Collection and Power of the Force. Got Barada, the Klatooinian right here. That's on one of Jabba's sail barges in Return of the Jedi. Super stoked to have that. I'll probably end up opening that up. I do love the old school Saga Collection with the movie still in the background, but I don't know, man. I kind of want that on my shelf, to be honest. And then picked up this one. This was really rad. Got I've never seen this before. Jedi training gear.
Yep.
So I had to grab this one, man. So cool.
There's a matching Obi-Wan figure for that, just so you know.
Ooh, I might need to get that then.
So it's actually called Obi-Wan in cold weather gear.
Cold weather gear.
Yeah, so it's not necessary. Well, I shouldn't say it's matching, but they did a concept art one like they did with Qui-Gon.
Yeah.
Obi-Wan in the I think it's cold weather gear or something like that, and it's pretty cool. So yeah,
pretty straight card back.
Yeah, that was a good piece, and you only
$5.
$5, yeah,
man,
can't beat that.
And this is before I knew the bars, so I probably could have got this one for $5, but this was $10.
Yeah,
probably could have snagged it for a little less. I also went by the Monday Night Figureball Boys booth, and I picked up a Kit Fisto and a loose Ventress for $5 a piece.
Man, you can't beat that.
No, dude, that's like a why not It's like too cheap not to buy at $5, man.
So those figures loose are $20 a piece at least all day long.
Easily.
Easily.
Dude, you're talking about 40. This is a red and black box figure, man, like 2018, 2019, and it's like 30, 40, $45 for kit, man.
Number 112. It's my favorite figure in that red and box line. It's so good.
Can I tell you something, Hyper?
Yeah.
I really, really like this figure. I was kind of raving about it on Jacob's stream last night to him and Cook, and like, I know it's on that old school Obi-Wan body, but like, I'm having a lot of fun with this figure, dude. Like, this is Star Wars to me, bro. You know how we are. The sculpt is so cool, and honestly, like, I know it's dated with the pin, double jointed, but like, you can still get some really cool poses out of this, man. You know. I'm having a lot of fun with this figure, man.
Yeah, and you know, I think too. So I've mentioned it a number of times. The red and black box, the last, I would say from figure 90 to 112, those figures are kind of like in the Kenner world, the last 17 figures that everybody talks about, like Yak Face and a Man and all those very hard to find figures from the last wave of the Kenner line, and the red and black box, those last figures, you got Kit Fisto, you got Plo Koon, Anakin, Obi-Wan, like some banger. Firewave. You got Bly, Wedge, like all my boys are in there. Like Wedge, you know, even like Second Sister, like and you and I both know some of those red and black box figures are for a boxed one. Those are some expensive pieces now.
Yes, they are, man. Yes, they are.
They're not giving those away at the con. Yeah,
no.
You know, a lot of them you can still get relatively cheaply, but if it's number 100 or better, forget about it, man.
Oh, dude, yeah, absolutely, man. That was like, I wasn't collecting during the time of the red and black box, so like, you're a lot more knowledgeable on like the numbers and the what waves certain figures were in with others, but like, I just know, like, I can remember roughly years just from like researching and such. But the red and black box days, there were some dark times going between like, what was that, like 2016 to 2019-ish? There was not really a whole lot of like, it was mostly fucking like sequel shit, you know, before they started doing OT.
I would say right around about 3 months before COVID hit till about 2021, that was hard to find stuff.
Yeah.
And that happened to be that red and black box, those last maybe like 108 through 112. You couldn't find it. Shipping was all screwed up and all of that. And it still remains that way, you know?
Yeah.
But yeah, that Kit Fisto is a great figure. And do you have the Plo Koon? Do you have Plo Koon?
I do have Plo Koon. I got him on the reissue when Hasbro. That was one of the figures that Hasbro reissued. So snagged him for like retail price, $25. So honestly, I wouldn't mind getting another one of him too. I love the prequel Jedi figures, man.
Well, I'll tell you what. Now I know you're not a big boxed guy, but any box that's 100 or 100 to 112, don't throw those boxes away. The boxes alone are worth $30 a piece.
Holy shit, really?
Oh yeah, man. Well, yeah, trust me, man. I'm going through it. I'm trying to collect. I've got a few holes in my red and black box thing, and I just bought. So the last. Well, I still need Wedge, and I got a deal working out with Wedge from GXB. Thank you.
Hell yeah, dude.
But I mean, we both know that Attack of the Clones Obi-Wan, they ain't giving that away. That's $30, $35, $40
all day.
Right?
All day.
You know, Anakin,
Same thing with Anakin. Yep, exactly, dude.
Yeah. And that Anakin, I know people don't love it, but I love that figure.
I'm excited to get it out, bro. I can't wait to have it on the shelf. I'm so excited. I remember when I first started collecting and it was still 30, 35. Now, if you look on a Facebook forum or something like that, you could probably still find them for around there, but usually like it's going to be like 40 to 50. I've seen on average mostly.
Oh yeah, so that's why I knew you were in the game when you showed up to the con and you were like, I'm trying to find Attack of the Clones, Obi-Wan and Anakin. I'm like,
yes, sir.
This man is now heavily invested because those are like really good pieces. I find,
yeah, man.
You know, so
and they're older figures too, and like I'll still, and I know reviews aren't for everybody, and I understand that. That's why I like to do other like topic videos and streams like this with my boy Hyper. But I really do enjoy doing the reviews because I feel like not only am I learning about the figure while I go along, but it's like I'm also kind of showing everybody else, whoever decides to watch it, like they're also along with me while I'm like playing with it. You know, it's like it's just fun, man. I really do enjoy it, and I like finding these older pieces. And that's another thing about we were talking about the con. It's like a great way to go and get some good deals and like find little nooks and crannies, little gaps that you can fill in your collection. And I got a Snowtrooper, Attack of the Clones, Obi-Wan, and Anakin.
Good one, yeah,
man. You know, and all these figures on average are like, especially the Snowtrooper, man. The Snowtrooper's gotten up there as well, like $40-$50. You know.
Oh, and the other thing too is I was like. I was like, there he goes. He's all grown up now. When you ever pulled out this, I found you the Sand Trooper and Maul in the baggies. And I was like, let's see if he has any interest in these. And did you buy both of those Sand Troopers?
I bought both. Oh, there was two Sand Troopers?
They had two Sand Troopers in there.
Oh, yeah. I would have. I didn't know there was two. I sure would have, son.
So that Maul and that Sand Trooper, those are legendary pieces.
Yeah, man.
I still say that Maul might be the best one. I just love that alternate head with the cloak. Come on, man.
Yeah. Now, because of this, I officially have every Black Series Maul, and that's like really what I really wanted to have every representation. And this is Orange Line Maul. This is one of the first figures from 2013 that Hasbro even put out. So it's also like a little piece of history. You know what I'm saying?
I can't remember. Is he your boy?
He's my boy, bro. If you forgot, I will remind you. Maul's my boy.
Right. Jackson, I remember that you like Snow Troopers. That's right. You certainly do.
Yep.
So, all right. Jackson might have a little something coming for him.
Absolutely underrated figure, Phantom Menace Dennis. I wish we could get an updated one, man. That'd be awesome.
I thought wait, didn't we just get one in TVC? I think they gave us a new TVC one.
Yep, TVC got one. Yes, they did.
I'm gonna load up my AT-ATs with those. That is so cool.
You got to, man.
Oh man. Yeah.
Real quick, I did want to shout out to our good buddy and friend Troy. With a member of my channel. Thank you so much, bro. Coming in with a $4.99 super chat. He says, "What's up, homies? I'll be back soon. I know our boy's at work. He'll probably be around. He'll probably be back around like 9:30ish."
Troy, what's up, man? Troy and I have been suffering. We have been suffering up.
I know it's cold up there, bro.
Dude, it finally warmed up a little bit today, but
good.
I mean, 28 degrees yesterday. Like, come on. You know, so
my wife's texting me, baby, I'm about to come. We just ordered some pizza, bro. My niece turned 5 last Monday, so we just had our party today.
Okay,
I am starving. I might eat a piece of pizza while we're streaming.
I was gonna say, are you taking your 15-minute break here? Is that what we're doing here?
I'm gonna take a 15. No, I'm not. I'll sit on here and eat it. I don't give a fuck, bro.
I was gonna say we're gonna have to dock your pay for that. That's
but you get 15 minutes out. You gotta punch out. Yeah. You
gotta punch out.
I gotta run this bitch alone. Nah, bro.
Exactly right. You know, anyways. But yeah, man. So you definitely picked up some really older Black Series figures.
Yeah, man.
And I thought that was when you and I were we were balls deep into the red boxes there for a while.
Yes, we were, dude.
I mean, we were on the floor, on the ground, like look, and dude, that was fun. And we were looking for Wedge.
We were.
No Wedge to be found.
Nope. That I thought for sure there'd be at least 1, 2, or 3.
I know.
None. Is he 113? What is he again?
Wedge is 102.
102. Gotcha.
So,
RebelScum, what's up, buddy? Thanks for stopping by.
Yeah, dude. Hey man, what's up? But that was fun. But all right. So, is it my turn to show something now?
Yeah, bro. I'm gonna go grab some pizza real quick.
Yeah, you got it. Okay. All right. Just make sure to punch out now. You know, we gotta keep the book straight, right? Yeah. So, all right, everybody. So, once again, it was so much fun meeting some people there, and Sam Cobra and I sort of paired off for a while, and we kind of went out on our own. And I'm a sucker, like I said, for anything that's sort of like handmade or customized or artwork and all of that. And so I was able to pick up this piece. And for those of you who know, if you know, I'm a huge G.I. Joe guy. and Star Wars guy. And this artist was there, and he did this G.I. Joe Boba Fett crossover in the classic style of the packaging from the G.I. Joe. So it's got that explosion, the G.I. Joe explosion. And then, of course, there's always the call out for the Cobra the enemy there on it. And then Boba Fett. And this is just, this is a very high quality, very thick card stock. It's very thick. It's beautifully done. It's like a lithograph. This was a limited edition that was there. I've got to get this framed, but a really, really striking piece. The colors just pop. So in fact, when I was getting onto the airplane to come back home, I had a carry-on bag, and this was sort of underneath my arm, and I had to sort of like put it in the overhead bin on the plane, and I wanted to keep it flat. And this one guy, as I'm getting on the plane, he sees it. And he's like, dude, where did you get that? That is so awesome. And I said, oh, you know, the Comic-Con that was in Nashville. He had no idea. And he said, man, that's just the kind of thing I like, you know. So it was pretty popular. But Sam Cobra, once again, he was standing there when we picked it up. And I think he was kind of wishing he got one of those too, for obvious reasons when your name is this Sam Cobra. But that was a really fun pickup. Stoned, I was just showing him my my Boba Fett Cobra the Enemy crossover, and you saw it in person. It's gorgeous, right? Like, oh, I can't hear you, man. I don't have sound on you, man.
Am I back?
Oh, there you go. There you go.
Yeah, bro. I've seen that, and I was like, dude, that is straight up hyper right there. You have to get that. G.I. Joe and Boba Fett? Nah, bro.
I know, right? Exactly. I think I paid. He wanted 15. I think I paid 10 for it. Like,
hell yeah, dude.
Come on, man. You know, so
was he selling multiple of those?
He had them. He had multiples of them. He had like maybe 10 of them, and then he had one where it was Cobra Commander on a Star Wars card, which I thought was really cool.
Oh shit, yeah, dude.
Yeah, that would have been really cool. And so you know, I only bought one, and I bought that one just of the two, but. Yeah, he had some. He was the guy who did the custom painted A-wing starfighters and all that stuff.
Yeah, I remember his booth. What did he invent, dude? What was that thing where you can put any figure from the 70s?
Yeah, so this one guy we were talking to had a patent out, and he was selling them. And actually, Robo bought one. I actually had the pleasure of meeting Robo at the event, and
he was so cool.
And I were talking. Yeah. He and I were talking, and he was a really very nice gentleman. Honestly, he was. And I didn't take up too much of his time. I just wanted to, and he was talking about it, and he said, hey, have you seen these things? And I said, yeah, I was just talking to him about it. And it's basically like an action figure display base. And then there's these little peg holes on the top, little drilled holes in it. And then there's a little piece, and there comes all of these different fittings for if you have a modern day peg hole in a figure, or if you have a vintage Kenner peg hole, or a G.I. Joe peg hole, or a Ninja Turtle peg hole. They all adapt into this board, so you can put them all together, and they can stand up all together on the same board and not fall over, which is brilliant. It's brilliant, you know. So very cool.
Sorry, dude, y'all. I am starving, man. I'm sorry to eat on stream, man. I hate doing that, but at the same time, I don't care.
That's all right, man. That's all right. What are the toppings on that thing? Anyways, what you got?
So my wife, we ordered a barbecue chicken pizza, and then we got a thin crust, both are thin crust, and then we just got good old plain pepperoni, cowabunga, dude.
Oh, there you go, man. There you go.
Yeah, that's right. Turtle power, baby.
Right.
So what else did you get, man? Is there any? I know. Did you anything else exclusive, like any of your pins that you wanted to show off or anything?
Yeah,
man?
so I got some exclusives, and there was one more funny thing, and this hasn't gotten too many views yet, but I put it up. But at one of the booths, I was talking about earlier, the Nashville Predators hockey team was there, and their farm team, the Nashville Wampas, and all this stuff. And but the Predators had this one giveaway. And I was like, damn, that's the coolest giveaway at this place, I think. And It's the little Yoda rubber duckies. So they glow in the dark. They're like Yoda rubber duckies. And there were some kids there and some younger people there, and they were grabbing them like left and right. And I walked by the table and they had a few on it. And I'm like, hey man, can I take a couple of these? And he's like, yeah. And he said that when you go to a Nashville Predators game on Star Wars night, they give these out and they all throw them out onto the ice, and it's craziness. But I just thought, like it's a very nice like rubber ducky.
It's so niche and different too.
It's wicked different, right? Like it's just, and you would never see that anywhere unless you went to a convention.
No.
And I was like, I wanted to grab 3 or 4 of them. And I kind of felt like that would be too much. So I grabbed 2 of them. But, those are just the kind of things that like you're walking around and Yoda rubber duckies. I guess he was saying too that they did a Darth Vader rubber ducky. He didn't bring any of those, but maybe next year, dude, we're going to have to hit up the Predators table and get the Darth Vader rubber ducky.
Oh, you damn straight.
Because
absolutely. I hate that I didn't get one of those.
I know. Well, I'm giving one away on the channel. So we'll see how it goes.
Be on the lookout.
Cool little giveaway,
Yeah, dude.
But so then we were talking about this artist Steve Moore, and then Steve Moore, I would say, Stone, would you agree? Pinsanity has hit.
Oh my God.
Pinsanity, like
yeah.
I don't know if you guys are into pins. There's a few of us here, Connor Colarusso, me, a few other people, you Stoned. We like the pins.
Mm-hmm.
But there are some pin folks out there. That's all that they want is the pins, And there are whole tables of pins and magnets and all of this. So Steve Moore did this really cool thing. So this year at the con, and I don't even think you were aware of this, but I was looking for it. He developed all of these different pins that you can collect.
He designed those?
Yeah. So that was Jawa World, right?
Oh, I didn't know he made those.
So, yeah. So what you can do is all the different vendors had a different pin at every table, or at many of the tables. So there's Jabba the Hutt, there's Darth Maul, there's BB-8, there's all these different characters, but they were Jawa themed. So it was like a Jawa dressing as Yoda, a Jawa dressing as. So this was really cool. So the pins, so you go and you're like, do you have the Darth Maul pin? And, if they happen to have them, you could buy them. And they were $10 a piece. So I thought that was pretty reasonable, $10 a piece. So it was kind of fun to collect. So I started collecting these things as I'm there. And I hit gold the first 2 tables that I go to. I get an exclusive pin and a regular pin. So the first one here, it might be hard to see, but this is one of the Jawa pins. Now this is the standard Jawa pin. He's just brown and he's got a bandolier. I don't know if you can see that, and they come on this cool little card back, and that was the exclusive. But then the basic. But then the exclusive pin was this vinyl caped Jawa. So if you know anything about the Kenner figures, you know that there were 2 Jawas released. One of them was a standard Jawa with a brown cloth cloak, and this one was the original Jawa, and it had a brown plastic cape on it, and they call it the vinyl cape Jawa. So this is the vinyl cape Jawa. You can probably see his little vinyl cape, and he's got the double bandolier, the cross bandoliers. And so I was able to get 2 of those vinyl cape Jawa bandoliers. And then I went searching for the other ones, and I did see some of them. I saw Queen Amidala and I saw C-3PO. I didn't buy those because I was kind of trying to be somewhat financially responsible. So, you kind of have to go through this event, and, some people are collecting them all. And if you did collect them all, then you could go to the front table, and upon showing them all the pins that you had collected, you would get this exclusive BB-8 Jawa pin. And so apparently they only made 75 of every pin. And I can tell you for sure that they sold out of most of them. So, there were like 25 different pins times 75. There were some pins being bought. So that was fun. So I do have one of these vinyl cape Jawa pins that we're going to be giving away on the channel. So stay tuned for that, and that's going to be kind of fun. So if pins are your jam, I've got some of those. And then, of course, there were patches and magnets. And like I said, I got this really, really cool Wampa patch. This is a really gorgeous embroidered patch. So I've got 2 of these. I'm going to put one on my camping hiking bag, and then one on my channel for a giveaway. So, we got a couple of exclusive pins and badges and stuff. And then Cody, I think, won the day. Oh, and let's not forget the show exclusive patch. That's the Sebulba patch, or the pin, rather. And that's a really nice looking pin. Yes, so the Sebulba Nashville Pod Racers 2025. Now, Stone and I had a bit of a problem with that. There it is. It's a beautiful pin, right? I mean, it's gorgeous. But they were a little bit shady and underhanded with how they did the pins. And I think you and I were just going to mention that for next year, right? So,
and I even mentioned it on Jacob's live stream last night, aka Star Wars Collective. Y'all be sure to go show him some love as well and check out that live stream me and Commander Cook were on. But yeah, me and Hyper were in Hyper. Man, I said this last night on Jacob's stream. I was feeling like, as good as that con was, because it does take a lot of effort, money, time, and energy to put all that together. So shout out to Michael Havens for doing that. Maybe it was some slight miscommunication amongst him or his team, and maybe they copy and pasted something from last year, and there was some miscommunication, and it just a miscommunication, an error, But did you want to dig into that, or do you want me to?
Yeah. So I as a pin guy, it said very clearly on the website when you were buying your ID to get in, it said that these pins, these Sebulba pins, are only available prior to the show, and you had to buy them online, and they're $15 a piece. And you and I were I was thinking about buying them online.
So was
and
I.
Then I'm like, you know what? No, they're going to have them there. And you were kind of like, are you sure? Remember that whole conversation,
Sure do.
And I'm like, yeah, they always have that shit there at the front table. They always threaten you with this. And then sure enough, they had them. And so, and I think we paid like $5 or $10 for them or something like that, right? Like
they were $10.
Yeah, $10.
They were So they were 15 online and said that they weren't going to be sold at the con. You could only get them online. Then you get to the con, and they're sitting there on the front fucking table for $10. However, GenXBrian brought up something last night. Perhaps they made more or didn't make as much, and they put it online and they didn't sell like they thought they would, so they had extra to bring.
Right.
So that could very well be the case too. I don't understand, but me and Hyper always feel the need to be transparent with everyone and tell our true opinion, and we're not going to sugarcoat shit. That was something that we thought was slimy, a little bit scummy, kind of left the bad taste in our mouth. But that was the one thing. That is the one negative that me and Hyper could come up with for the entire fucking con, because the rest of it was just such a fucking blast, man. It was a phenomenal time.
Well, I'll tell you, there was one other thing that was a little bit sketch for me. A little bit sketch. And it was the custom Kenner figure. Remember that? It was $150. And
yes,
they sold out of them. So, but the thing is so they had 3 exclusive Kenner R2 figures, and they were awesome looking. They were really awesome looking, but they were blind box, and you couldn't determine which one you were going to buy for $150. And I'm like, well, what if I want? There was one that I really wanted, and they're like, well, you don't know, you know. And I'm like, wait a minute, for $150, I want to know what I'm buying. Like, I don't want a blind box for $150. And I do know, I heard a couple of people were kind of pissed because they spent $150 on, and they got the one that they least desired.
That's
I don't know, man. I mean, I know the blind box thing is what it is.
Right.
It's one thing when you're spending $5 or $10 on a Funko Pop blind box or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
For 150 clams, I want to buy the one I want.
Rebel Scum's with you, man. He says $150 blind box is insane. I gotta agree with that.
Yeah, that's insane, man.
I get it's exclusive and it's literally ICC. Like, you're only gonna be able to find it at this con. Like, I get it, but 150 is pretty steep. That's pretty wild.
Yeah. It was crazy. So, I decided not to buy one. And, as a vintage Kenner guy, I'm definitely was interested. I would have done it I would have done a blind box maybe for 50,
Yeah.
okay.
Right.
But because then if you bought all three, it would be 150 and you'd get the one you wanted and you'd get two others but for 150. But 150 smackaroonies for no way, man. That's way too much.
Like you said, it's different if it's something like what you're getting and you're like, all right, 150, I'm going to bite the bullet. But for you to go in and like you said, like obviously it's a blind box, we get it. But like 150 bones for something that's like that you're just kind of like about, that's not worth it. Now, if it's something like where it's a toss up where either way you're going to be pretty pleased, then yeah, fuck it, $150 and it's going to bring you happiness. Right. Absolutely do it. But I'm kind of with you and RebelScum, and I'm sure there's a couple other people in chat who may feel the same or differently either way. But yeah, I'm with you, dude. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
And by the way, everybody, thank you so much for hanging out with us tonight. I appreciate it. It's fun to kind of go over this, man.
Absolutely. I'm saying to go up to 14. We're still at 11 in here. Thank you all for hanging out with me and Hyper tonight. We're so excited. We love doing this, y'all, and just being able to talk about all the shit that we got and the great time. I'm trying to pull up a couple YouTube videos. I was trying to pull up Instagram Hyper to show some pictures of our trip, but Instagram's acting squirrely for me. I pull up the picture and then it doesn't let me slide through the pictures, so I don't know what's going on, but we'll figure it out.
The one final thing I really wanted to touch base on, and this is not an exclusive by any measure, but I did pop on a hot toy, and so for those who don't know, I do buy about one hot toy a year over the past.
It's about to get hot in here.
6 or 7 years, right? It's getting hot in here. That's right. and the last 6 or 7 shows I've been to over the last few years, I did buy one, and so last year I bought the con I went to last year. I bought Rex, Commander Rex, and that's a really good hot toy, obviously, and you can wiggle with these people a little bit, like we were saying before. The price is a suggestion. You don't want to insult them, but if you come in at about 75% of the asking price, you're probably going to get it. And so having said that, there were a couple of hot toys I was looking at, and you and I were talking about this. The primary one I wanted was the Mandalorian-Super Commando with the horns on the helmet. I was looking for that one. I didn't see it there. Did you?
No, but dude, I told you I went to a place called Replay Toys.
Right.
They had that bitch for $3. It was marked a little bit above, but they're also like a third party, so they're trying to make their money too.
Sure,
but,
yeah, I get it.
And they offer layaway and shipping, but they had the Super Commando for $380, and then the guy, me and my wife walked. Yeah, it's a little steep for the Super Commando. Yeah. The payments would definitely make it sting less because you're like, $85 payment, $90. Fuck it. It might make it a little bit less, and then you're helping out a small toy store, et cetera, et cetera. But we walk in there, and the black gentleman and the young white lady who was there, the younger black guy, he was actually from Anderson, South Carolina, or Orangeburg. He was from South Carolina, so he was like, "Hey, where y'all from?" Just making small talk. He was like, "We're actually from South Carolina." He was like, "Oh, no way, me too." We started talking or whatever, and then we just got to talk, and then we went over to the hot toy section, and I seen that Super Commando, and I immediately thought of you, man. I was like, I got to see how much this is.
Oh yeah.
And I was like, so what's the price on this one here? He said $380. I was like, okay, thank you. But man, so the guy, they probably had about 12 hot toys. I forget all the ones that they had. Good selection, but he even said they had 12 on the shelf, and he said that was even that they had their own table, their vendor table at the con, so they had actually sent some hot toys to the con, so they had even more that would normally be on the shelf there. So I was like, all right, that's a damn good selection for hot toys in like a third party toy store,
Well, so there was that one guy, and the guy was definitely priced out of my league, but that was the one where I saw, and I think I showed you, they had Wrecker and they had the Night Trooper.
Yeah, dude. That Night Trooper was badass.
Oh, the Night Trooper. Wait, if you guys ever get to see the Night Trooper, that hot toy, that will be mine. It's just not going to be convention price mine. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Right. So this guy, he originally wanted $350. He said he would do about 300, and then towards the end of the day on Saturday 275, and I'm like, I got about 200 in my pocket for a hot toy. 175 makes me feel a lot better. And because I mean, 175 is nothing to sneeze at. That's some money where I come from,
Yeah.
and so, but I would have done 200, 275, and my wife would be serving me papers in the lobby. You know what I mean? Like, so because I had already spent a ton of money. So, and Sam Cobra can only run so much interference on the way to the ATM.
That's right.
So I found Hunter, and Hunter was, I think, the second or third one on my list. I wanted Bly and Hunter. I found Bly, the sideshow Bly, and it was 400 bones, man. And I'm like, damn, that's ridiculous.
Yeah.
And he said he would take about 350 towards the end of the day, but 350 is still a lot of money,
Fuck yeah, dude.
So he knew I wanted it, and then he had the whole Bad Batch. Now Wrecker's more money because he's bigger, and he was kind of out of my league. He was about $300, but the other ones they had Hunter, Echo, Tech, and Crosshair, and they had Crosshair priced a little higher. He was about 250, and he wasn't budging on Crosshair at all. But he said there's a little bit of wiggle room on all the others. And I was actually really feeling Echo. That was a great one. But I said, there's no way I'm going to ever be able to buy all these. So I went with Hunter, and I'm glad I did. Because there's my video right there. Yeah, okay. The Hunter is awesome. I'm a huge Bad Batch guy. And Hunter, he did not disappoint. I've been having a lot of fun with him.
Look at this head sculpture. Look at that, man.
Oh, it's so cool. Yeah. Hey, thank you for showing that video, by the way. Thank you.
Yeah, of course, dude. Yeah, man.
So
check out Hyperdrive Collection 6460.
That was a fun purchase. And I'm glad I did it. And I'm still just messing around with it. I haven't even taken all the accessories out of the box yet. But I kind of like this pose, and better than anyone, Stoned. Once you get a hot toy in a pose, you kind of stick with it for a while, man.
Leave it alone.
Yeah, right. Leave the thing alone. But then the last thing I bought, and it was, I'll just mention it. It wasn't anything exclusive, but I did buy, I pulled a Stoned, and I went in, and the first 30 minutes, I hadn't even walked all the way through. How fast did I buy that Slave One, that Vintage Collection Slave One? Like,
oh, dude, it was instant. Oh, yeah. You didn't even really hesitate. It was just kind of like, how much is it? Okay, got it.
Well, that was the thing, though, man. So now that guy knew what he was doing. He wanted to move some merchandise.
Yep.
And there was basically every single price was negotiable.
Absolutely.
I think he wanted like 125. I talked him down to what, $90, $100, something like that.
Nice, dude. And honestly, his prices were already pretty fucking fair.
Pretty fair.
Yeah. I was very, very pleased.
And the woman there he had there, the blonde woman, she wasn't messing around. She's like, make me an offer. I'll bag it and tag this thing, and you can be on your way. And like I was watching people in there. They had some hot toys too.
That's where I got mine. So Hyper bought his Slave One, he was like stoned. They have a Death Watch Mando right there for 130. He was like, ask him if he'll take 110. And I was like, you think so? He's like, yeah, do it. So I went over there to the guy. It's actually in my vlog if you want to catch that. It was really fun.
Right.
Go over there and ask him. I was like, hey, man, will you take 110 for it? It felt like 5 minutes, but it was probably like 20 seconds. I could tell he was either really thinking about it or he was trying to do his poker face so people around wouldn't try to push him around. He's like, you got cash? I was like, oh, yeah. He kind of stood there for a second, grabbed it off the shelf. He's like, let's do it. So $110
for a hot toy?
For a fucking hot, yeah.
Not only a hot toy,
Hyper, man.
That's my favorite hot toy.
Is it really?
Now, dude, what is not to love about that hot toy? I just love the Death Watch is so cool looking. I like I said, I own several. I still like that one better than Hunter. And Hunter, no offense, man, but that Death Watch Mando is awesome, right? It's awesome.
Yeah, dude.
And for $110, like, come on.
You can't. They have at my local comic shop, I was telling you they have that Mandalorian and Grogu for 170. They also have a R2 for fucking 280.
Oh, yeah.
Bro, I'm this dude. I'm so fucking close to just going there and getting, but I'm like, dude, I really do not need to fucking do that right now.
So
not after you fucking calling.
I'm just telling you right now, man. I limit my hot toys to a convention. I treat myself. I go to a convention once a year and I buy one there. That's a good thing to do.
Yeah.
You know,
I think if I started, have you ever, so tell me this, Hyper, have you ever gotten, when you buy your hot toys, have you ever gotten directly from Sideshow? Like, have you ever done the payments option? You just pay full from wherever you find it from.
So I go to a place in Worcester, which is a city to the west of where I live. And there's a great shop there. I've worked with them, and they actually take trade-ins. So I restored a bunch of old Kenner spaceships. I got them all functioning and working and all that stuff. And I've brought, I might be bring like 6 or 7 restored ships once or twice a year there. And then I'll cash them in, and they'll give me a very fair return. They would rather have vintage Kenner than Hot Toys in their store just because of their clientele. So I get a good return on that. So I traded in like 6 reconditioned X-Wing fighters for 2 Hot Toys one time. Like
Hell yeah, dude. That's a good barter system. Yeah.
Good barter system. The place is called That's Entertainment in Worcester. And they do a lot of trade-in stuff like that. That's how they kind of operate, and
I did want to holler at Rebel Scum real quick. He said, I want the concept art mall so bad, but the price is a bit too much for me at the moment. So we actually got another guy in the community. He's a Hot Toys guru, Skywalker Hendricks. He actually bought the concept mall. The guy had it listed for $500 at his booth. I think he ended up talking him down to like $450, $430 or something like that, which is still that's a pretty penny right there, man. But
did he buy it at the con last weekend there?
Yeah, he bought it, dude.
That one that we were looking at up on the high shelf there.
Yep, that was the one, and that was an exclusive too. So like I think it was like $1,500 at Star Wars Celebration Japan. So yeah. So when you think about it, like he went, the guy went there, got it, or he either got it from somebody who got it there. It had to be shipped from Japan, and so I mean there is like some. He said, "Damn, I've seen someone get on eBay bid for $350 is I mean, you got to think, you're at a con, you're kind of paying for the experience of it, but it's all subjective, man. It's about how much you're willing to spend and how bad you want it,
It's like everything else, there's stuff that they want to move and stuff that they want to, like, I just asked, they had some of those life-size bus mall in the Emperor.
Yeah,
I went up and I asked the guy. They wanted that Emperor was like $3,000 or something like that.
Holy shit!
And the guy there was obviously no way I was going to do it. I think it was $3,000.
Yeah.
And I said, "Hey man, what's the lowest you'd go on that?" And he's like, "I'd take like $2,950." And you're like, "Okay, so
Yeah, like thanks for the deal." I think if I had $3,000, I'd probably buy a Jabba's sail barge.
Oh yeah, that was
the old school. Yeah, I think that's what I would probably go after if I was going to spend that kind of cash. Sidious is badass. Don't get me wrong, but I don't need that kind of representation, that high of scale representation for him. But like $1,500, $2,500 for a Jabba's sail barge. Now you got my attention,
you can put 50 figures on it and all
build it out the way you want to. Yeah, man, exactly. Get a couple. I seen a couple skiffs for the first time in person, up in the Monday Night Figure Balls. Where I don't know who was selling it, but there was 2 skiffs for sale for $30 a piece, and I was like, damn, I almost snagged that shit. But I was like, I'm so glad. It's really hard because you see everything and you want to pick up everything. Like, oh, this is 10, 5, 20, like. All that shit just adds up so fast, though. If you can show some restraint, and Hyper told me this, and my wife was even like, "Baby, you're gonna be excited. You gotta reel it in a little bit." And luckily, I'm pretty proud of myself, man. Now that first day walking in there, less than 30 minutes, I dropped 200. But
easy.
The excitement and everything, the hype or whatever. But I think I did pretty good, and I'm really, really satisfied with what I came home with. I think everything that I got was like something that I really wanted. It wasn't like just because like, oh, it's cheap. Fuck. Now there was a couple ones like that, of course, but like everything that I got, I'm like really, really pleased with, to be honest.
It was awesome because like Stone would walk over and he'd be like, 2 4-inch Gungans, $2 a piece. I'll take the whole lot. I'll take them all. And that was a good purchase. $2 a piece, right?
$2 a piece for these guys. I got Captain Tarples right on the shelf.
Yeah, that's really cool. So Stone was very good. He actually was very good. And you know, all that we were trying to do is, I think, maybe just like, you know, I've learned over the years, before you buy the incomplete figure, before you go and buy the incomplete figure for $30, chances are there's the complete figure for 24
loose somewhere in a bin that somebody's just ready to give. Almost like pay it for. Like, dude, how many figures have you sent me that are like, dude, I'm telling you, this X Factor Wolverine you sent me, that's easily a $60-$70 figure. And like, there's collectors out there like you who just want to pay it forward to somebody who's really wants that figure and wants to enjoy it, instead of like, oh man, I could get fucking $190 for like, for you to just send though, and the Brown and Tan suit Wolverine, which is on the same buck, but that X Factor Wolverine, bro, that shit's fire, dude. And for you to send that to me, it's kind of like, I feel like that was like a way of, I know me and you are obviously friends, but like, it's almost like a kind of a way of you paying it forward to like somewhat of a newer collector like myself, you know. And I feel like there's a lot of people out there that are like that, you know.
Well, you know, the thing is after you do this for some period of time, like, so I just put a video on my channel of exactly this. So yeah, do I give stuff out to people? Sure, because if
you're very generous,
need
man.
it, but then out of the blue, I get a whole box of vintage Kenner figures.
Yep.
Like out of the blue. And my buddy Dave just happened to find them. And, you know, so it's like, I truly believe like you get back like tenfold what you give. Right. And so I think sometimes when you go to a con, you know, there's a lot of goodwill at those places, I find, you know, and if you're cool with people, the people will be cool with you. And
yep.
You know, so that's kind of how I like to operate, and definitely how you like to operate. And,
yeah,
you know, yeah, I mean, there, sure, at every con, there's always going to be some guys out to absolutely screw you. And
yeah,
and we saw some of that too, for sure. Like,
fuck yeah, we did.
There was one guy, there was like the Black Series, no, not the Black Series, the Hot Toys Thrawn from Ahsoka. Was it that one? And he's like, I said, how much for that? He's like, I'd let it go for 480. And I'm like, I would too for 480. You know, like, I mean,
yeah,
come on, man. Like,
no,
you know, that's, and you know, come on, give me a break, man. You know?
Yeah.
So
there was definitely a couple people there that were, I don't want to say scalping, but there were definitely some people there that were there to make money for sure.
Oh, like there was that one booth, and I'm not going to say where it was because I don't want anybody to, you know, but
yeah,
the bin of loose figures, the loose old Power of the Jedi figures,
yeah,
loose, no accessories, $10 a piece, and I was like, walk away, man, walk away. $10 a piece.
If they had the accessories, we got a deal.
Maybe, right? It depends.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, that's crazy.
Loose $10 a piece, and like, you know, it would be like, you know, okay, moving on. And that guy wasn't selling too much of anything because he was, you know, he thinks he's going to put his kid through college on one Saturday.
Yeah. Yes. And it just doesn't, if you're in the hobby for that reason, bro, good luck to you. Cause you're not gonna, it's very rare that there's a couple of blacks like, dude, Malgus. We have a couple, I spent $33.99. Now that figure is going for $90-$100. Like, there's certain figures that are going to accrue in value, and then there's some that are just going to stay the same or even drop. You know, it's like taking that kind of gamble with your child's or family's future with toys is just not. Now, if you're talking about Hot Toys, that's like an investment piece because they make limited runs and quantities, and it's like high quality, et cetera, et cetera. Like, those are investment pieces where, if anything, they're very rarely going to depreciate in value and almost always hold or gain value. Those are like, if you're wanting to put your kids through college, you start getting into Hot Toys and Mythos statues and shit like that.
But, yeah,
right. So,
and then don't open them. Don't open them, right? Yeah.
Yeah, don't keep them in the box. Hyper, I think you would really love these. I don't think I showed these to you, but
hey, Mom Amanda, how you doing?
Old school Toy Biz, early 92 Gambit Toy Biz. I got all three of these for $5, dude. Got a 93 Wolverine, I believe. Yep. 97 Wolverine right here, and the spring in his claws still works. Is that not nuts?
Oh,
so cool, man.
I'm having a moment here, man. I might have to go dark screen for a minute. Yeah, see that?
Some funny noises.
That's what I'm talking about. Come on, how do you not love that? That is 90s goodness.
Absolutely. It's like
90s.
Power of the Force type, like buffness, you know?
Beautiful, right? Like
this one,
so
93.
So those are the types of things that I call a moment in time. You're never going to get that look ever again, right? Like it was there and it's gone. It's never coming back, and it's awesome. Like that's just,
bro.
You
Look
don't
at
need to have 700 of them, but a few of them is so good.
Yeah.
Oh,
and
yeah.
Dude, this figure is older than I am, and look at the paint on it. Like it's still got really vibrant, beautiful paint.
That's because it's all radioactive lead paint from China. It's going to be there for 40,000 years. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, but for $5 for all three of these guys, for anybody that doesn't know, I'm not a big Marvel guy, or at least I wasn't. I'm becoming one thanks to Daredevil. But X-Men, like mutants and stuff, and Spidey, those are like, that's my Marvel, man. So I'm looking forward to watching the. Hopefully we get like a X-Men versus Avengers, because I'm ready to watch the X-Men whoop the Avengers asses. That's what I'm waiting on, bro.
Right.
So I did want to go back to this earlier. I did show this off real quick. Hyper showed these off for me, and I got another Sand Troop. I have one with my dewback. He's got the gray pauldron, but now I have an orange pauldron Sandy, so that's pretty badass. Beautiful weathering on that. And then now with this figure here, I have every version of the Black Series version of Maul that exists. So that's like I've always wanted this one. This is one of the earliest ones that I've wanted, just due to it being Orange Line 2013. But I still want to get this one in the episode 1 card back Hyper, so I can put it up on my wall with like Mace, Qui-Gon, the B1, and Jar Jar. And then I need Obi-Wan too. So those are two other grails that I'm looking for one day.
But so I pull that out of the bin. So Stone's over looking at some, I think he's looking at some Black Series figures or something like this, right? In boxes. And I find this bin just maybe about 10 feet away from him. And it's got all of these sort of like G1 Black Series figures in it. Oh, yeah, there it is. There's that head. And I pull that Maul out of the thing. And I said, hey, Stone, you got this one? And he shrieked. He shrieked like a 3-year-old girl, man. I'm telling you. It was just like that with the jazz hands and everything. You jazz hands it up. He tap danced over there. Like, you know that, have you guys seen that meme? Like the blue shirt dance guy? That was Stone just shuffling right across there like Fred Astaire, right?
Dude, I was so excited.
Slides right in there.
Yes. And that was actually the same booth. These were actually from and we're probably going to hopefully have him on the show one day, from Daryl Dupree's section. Right. And he worked for Hasbro for like 10 to 18 years or something. So I picked these two up, and then he had those really badass Hasbro 12-inch figures. He had a Shock T, Boba Fett, the Stormtrooper, Luke. I had never seen those. And dude, I was this close to buying that Shock T. I was so close. And these were Hasbro product 12-inch Star Wars characters, and I had never seen. It was like a G.I. Joe, but Star Wars. Like
12-inch.
So cool.
Awesome. Speaking of, so he I told him about my G.I. Joe story, posing for the Coast Guard G.I. Joe.
Oh, yeah. I bet he liked that.
All over that. Yeah. So
I bet he was.
He's actually reached out to me, and he's writing a book about 12-inch G.I. Joes, and your boy is going to be in the book.
Dude, knuckle pound it. Dude, that's awesome, bro. I'm so happy for dude. I know you were. For people that don't know, Hyper is, other than Star Wars, Hyper is a huge fucking G.I. Joe guy. So I'm so happy for you, bro. That's fucking sick.
Yeah. So
oh yeah.
This guy happened to be there, and he was a really cool guy working.
Yes, he was.
Canner and stuff.
Yes, and, very cool guy.
So I reached out to him, and I told him that I had been one of the posers for the G.I. Joe Coast Guard box, and he remembered the story, and he's like, "Oh my god!" So he reached out, and he started taking down all my information and everything, and he remembered the guy who came to take pictures of me and my buddy as we posed for the box.
Hell yeah, dude!
So it was just cool. So at the convention, I meet up with this guy, and he happens to be writing a book about 12-inch G.I. Joes, and I'm someday I'm going to be in this book. I can't wait, man. That's like my dream, you know, like I can't even believe it. So yeah, that was pretty cool.
I wanted to show something real quick.
Yeah.
So, I did want to show this clip of me and Hyper meeting because this was just such a cool moment. Shout out to my wife, Mrs. Stone, for capturing, because if I was recording, I wouldn't have been quite this cool, but she captured the entire moment. So I did just I wanted everybody to, and if you watch my vlog or whatever, you've probably seen this, but I just really special moment right here. You can see it's got 1.2. This hit 1,000 in less than a day. I feel like there was a lot of people that were really looking forward to me and you meeting Hyper more than we even realized, man. So
it was pretty cool.
It was very cool, man. I know me and you don't get a whole lot of views on our channel. Like, we're not in the thousands. Like every once in a while we might hit a couple thousand, but I just think we're doing it the right way, man. But
you know what's funny? The one that had the most views. Oh, hold on.
Oh no, you good. Go ahead. What'd you say, man?
The one that had the most views over the last week that I posted was the bunny rabbit eating the clover on my grass. That was the biggest.
Frank?
That had Frank. He has 2,000 views. And I'm like, all this ICC stuff. And I was like, Frank got 2,000 views. Like, that was hilarious.
The power of nature, my friend. I love rabbits. Are cool, man. Rabbits are awesome.
Funny. Yeah, right.
They're finicky creatures, but they're so rad.
It was awesome.
So let's check this out real quick. This was such a cool moment, man. Shout out to my wife for getting this.
It's the backpack. See, I had no idea. Oh, there he is.
Oh my gosh. Oh, there you go. Right there.
Are you even getting what's going on, man? Look at this buff, handsome guy right here, man.
What is here, man? How's things going?
Dude,
Rain, how are you? Mrs. Stone.
Dude, it is so awesome to be here with you, man.
Can you believe this? We're doing this.
Yes, sir.
Doing this
live. We're gonna give a magic kiss. Dude, it was that moment. Besides meeting Andy, dude, that moment right there and meeting Andy, those are my top 2 moments from the weekend, man. That was so fucking awesome, dude.
That was good. That was really good.
It was the best, man. It was so fucking cool, dude.
So the best part about it from my angle was I took the same video. I haven't posted on my channel from my point of view. You walking up. Oh yeah. Yes. And
love this thing, dude.
I'm glad. So I got the reverse one. So it's the green with the black check.
I love yours too, man.
But so I come walking in and I'm like, all right, I wonder if I'm going to notice him. I wonder if I'm going to recognize him in person. And then you come coming around the corner. I'm like, that is the stone fucking Mandalorian right there coming at me. You know, that was funny as hell.
It was so cool, man. I just... It literally one of the best moments. Meeting you and Andy Watto, that was peak for me, man. I did see we were like 15, 16 people in here. Thank you all so much for hanging out with me and Hyper tonight. Be sure to hit that motherfucking like button. And if y'all are new here, please go check out my buddy Hyperdrive Collection 6460 after the stream. He's got an awesome channel, man. And Phantom Menace Dennis says, have to head out, but we'll catch the rest on replay. Have a great evening, guys. You as well, my friend. Hope you enjoy the replay, man.
Yeah, I love that name, Phantom Menace Dennis. That just rolls.
And he was I enjoyed meeting him in person. He was very pleasant, man. Very chill, laid back guy, man. We didn't talk a lot, but when we had our interaction, he was very cool.
Phantom Menace, next year I want to meet you. Next year we're meeting up. Absolutely.
Oh yeah, I think next year me and Hyper and our folks, we're gonna have to plan a week there, man. We got some things to do. I'm about to start saving up now for
Nashville
next year.
Nashville party bus, baby. I'm
yes,
telling you what.
And actually, real quick, while I have this up, let's just go ahead. I did want to show everybody else this as well. Everybody, we were talking about the droids earlier all the cosplayers and stuff. This was something else cool that I seen. How do I go back to my fucking? Y'all give Caveman Cody.
Heck of a way to kick off NASCAR.
Way to kick off NASCAR. NASCAR. And this one here got 1.4 thousand. That's just, and it's a 30-second video, man. That's what's crazy to me, you know.
Thank you, Mama Mando, for that.
Oh, y'all are gonna make me cry, bro. I'll mute this shit. This was. These guys literally, this was a teary-eye moment a little bit. I had to kind of suck it up, but this right here just blew my mind, dude. It was literally like R2 is fucking in front of you, man. And then watch this part right here. Look at the lightsaber. Look at the lightsaber. Look at the lightsaber. Here it is, right. Where is it at? Right,
yeah,
there it is.
the lightsaber. Oh
Look at
yeah,
the fucking lightsaber, dude. That's
I know,
so
man.
fucking cool.
I'll tell you, when that sensor scope ever went up, that was a tripod moment right there. That
That was
crazy.
absolute tripod, bro.
Oh,
Tripod and hard.
crazy.
But like, dude, just look at that. The amount of effort, time, and energy that they put into that. Like, I can't. Just so fucking cool, man. And Chopper, I didn't know if I got in the vlog.
Super cool, yeah.
But he was following me down the aisle because I was talking to him, and like, bro, he followed me down like almost halfway. And no, it was not the people controlling him. It was Chopper. Like, I know it was him, bro. It was not the people. So fuck what all y'all think or say.
Do you guys have in your grocery stores those giant robots on a stick that walk around, that wander around, and like, I don't know what they do, but do you have those in your grocery stores? Do you know what I'm talking about?
I haven't seen those, dude. Not here in South Carolina, at least.
In our grocery stores, we have these giant robots. They roll around. They're almost like one of those Roomba vacuums, but they have this very large tower on them, and they go around. I think they spy on people. I'm pretty sure that's what they do. But I was like, why is it that when Chopper's following us around, I have no problem with it? But when I'm at the grocery store and the giant robot follows me around, I'm like paranoid. You know what I mean? Yeah.
I was trying to show this Waldo real quick. Come on, man.
Oh, that Watto was really cool.
It was so rad, man.
Yeah.
All right, I guess it's not gonna. All right, fuck it. Oh well. But yeah, I just wanted to show those off real quick. I just thought that was like just an absolutely rad moment, man. Wanted to share that. Not only meeting Hyper, but just also like the droids and stuff like that. All the cosplayers, very, very cool. I was trying to pull up Instagram because we also got to meet one of the most badass, well-known mall cosplayers. We got a really cool picture with that guy. It's actually on our thumbnail if you've seen that when you clicked on the live. But it was so cool, man.
Wait a minute, Curtis says.
It's right.
South Carolina, we got raccoons and possums in the grocery store.
He's not lying, honestly.
I'll tell you what, man.
Galactic.
So these goddamn robots in the grocery store, they freak me out.
They're not.
It's freaky. They remind me of like the KX droids from Rogue One. I swear to God, like it's not a good. It's not a good. I'll take a video of one so you guys can see it, post it, and be like, "What the hell is that thing?"
Let's go, dude.
Oh yeah.
Here, real quick, we were talking about all that red and black box goodness earlier.
Oh yeah.
I'll go ahead and so I picked up, and again, I probably could have gotten this for a little bit cheaper. Like I probably could have talked the lady down to 10 or 15, but I still scored the Snowtrooper for $20, which is a really good price for this figure. That's what technically that's what it retailed for in 2019 or
right. I think that's a hell of a bargain.
2016.
Yeah, that's 10 years old now.
Yeah, man. That's
anyway.
what they were retailing for, right? 1999.
Yeah, right.
And then Hyper gave me another plain B1. Super stoked to add another one to the shelf.
Right. And what did I tell you when I gave you that? Do you remember?
You said don't
shut the fuck up.
Shut the fuck up about these fucking B1s. You have enough now.
Right.
But it's still not enough, bro. I need 2 more.
2 more. Okay, you're on your own with those. I get
2 more. Okay, fair enough. You help me with 1. I'll take it. And then these bad boys right here.
Yeah.
Look at that. Bam, baby.
So,
attacking the clones, baby.
So, I got to say, now we've been through many iterations of the Black Series boxes, and I know we've talked about the packaging a lot over the last year, but I still say that the thing that really appeals to me about these boxes, and I wish that they would bring back, I happen to love the newest box is my favorite box, but I love the numbers, the big numbers on the side, because man, there's just something about being able to see that on your shelf all lined up with the numbers in sequential order. And I wish that they would bring that one feature back, the big numbers on the side. How does everybody else feel about that? Does anybody else get caught up in the numbers and putting them on your shelf like in sequential order? Or is that just more of a me being weird thing?
I think me more as an opener now, which I still keep some stuff in box, Hyper. If I like the figure a lot, I have like a double or a quadruplet or whatever. But
right.
I like the Gregory Titus artwork on these, like the realistic interpretations. It's very simple and clean. It's got a good aesthetic. And I was actually talking to Jacob and Commander Cook on his stream last night. I was like, some people are either triggered by these boxes or I think they're starting to build, and I think you're kind of already victim of this, Hyper. I think these boxes are starting to become nostalgic to some people. This is like,
so too.
These are almost classic, man. You got to think these are like almost 10-year-old figures. These came out in 2019, 2000, so almost 10-year-old figures. You know what I'm saying? And this is just I don't know, man. I think the red and black box was cool. I'm a fan of the Galaxy packaging, the new Galaxy with the straight line. The edge was strange. It was cool, but it was weird.
Yeah, no, the new packaging is so good.
It's got a more. And I think you'll agree with me. It's like a more premium feel for a Black Series. Like it doesn't feel like a kid's toy, like boxy, plasticky. It feels like it's got some weight to it. The cardboard feels nice. It's got like a matte finish on the box.
Yep.
I really like it a lot. Yeah.
My only request, if Hasbro is ever listening, and I apparently sometimes they do, but I love that number. I got this thing about numbers and serial numbers. I don't know what it is, man. I just, you know me.
I know you do.
I don't know what it is, man. I gotta have the serial numbers. You know,
I really like. I wish I had my Sebulba box. I don't think I do. Maybe I do. Hold on. Is this it?
Yes, Mama Mando. Exactly. I knew I liked her. See, she says she's the same way. She's the same way. Her OCD. You know why, Mama Mando? I'll tell you why. It goes and. For everybody of a certain age, encyclopedias. I've mentioned this many times. When we were growing up, if that encyclopedia, if number 47 was missing,
freaking out.
Oh, my mom and dad, because they spent a lot of money on those encyclopedias, you know, before the internet. So you better find issue number 47 and put it back between 45 and 46 and 48 before dinner. Right, like that was how it went.
Find that motherfucker.
You better find it. And so now I'm like, I've got this thing about like everything. We can't be missing any numbers. You know.
I wanted to say, I think I would like to see them do. Have you gotten Sebulba yet, Hyper?
Still haven't found him. I remember. Okay. You remember where I live, man? I live on a spit of sand in the middle of nowhere.
I know it takes a minute for stuff to get to you. Yeah. To your stores.
And I didn't see him at the convention either.
No, I was kind of thinking. I was wondering if they were going to have newer figures there, but it was pretty much just like an older selection, which is cool.
Yeah.
But what I like about this, Hyper, and I had said this mentioned this before. I really like how they did Sebulba. I was recommending chatting with Brandon. He was in one of my live streams one day, and I was saying something to him about doing more of like a SHF style, Mayfix style packaging, where like they push that shit into the blister, into the plastic when it's free molded or whatever, and then it's like it jumbles up the figure, it warps your legs, the accessories, rifles, helmets, etc.
Right.
With Sebulba here, dude, it's got like a tray, and it comes open, and when you turn it, you don't have to pull anything out, make a like plastic, like it literally just falls out into your hand, and I fucking love that. That is a premium feeling to have for a figure, and like I just really like the tray style, and the accessories aren't like pushed all mushed up into the packaging. You just lay it into the box.
Yep.
You take it off, pop it out, it's right in your fucking hand.
So Hasbro, I love it how Hasbro is like, okay, we're going plastic free. Okay, now we're going triple plastic. You know, like just right. You know, but you know what, man, for certain people like me who love the box thing, I'm all about it. I love it. Yeah. Absolutely. You're right. That's premium right there. You know,
but I do get what you're saying too, because that is something that I also mentioned. Like I get it is another extra layer of plastic because you're already having the blister plus the blister packets in, so you have the window, then the blister itself. So like, right. I get it's more plastic. So that's definitely something to take into consideration as well.
Yes. The Funkin' Wagnall. Yes, Curtis. Oh my God, you just brought me back. The Funkin' Wagnall.
Oh, dude, when y'all meet in person next year, I'm trying to get them to come. Y'all are gonna have a lot to talk about, dude.
I feel like Curtis and I are similar creatures.
Well, y'all are close. Y'all are in the same age range, and like I feel like y'all would
Right.
Y'all probably have a lot in common, dude, and like get a lot of each other's references and shit.
Oh yeah. See, you don't even know what a Funkin' Wagnall is,
Bro,
right?
I have no fucking idea.
No, listen, that was like our Google. That Funkin' Wagnall was the Google of the age of yore. You know,
Yeah.
but like,
You know,
anyways.
Hyper. I just turned 30 in March. I've always been mistaken to be older than I've actually. Even when I was like younger, like 16, people thought I was like 25.
Right.
But, like, I've always had a better time and been more like. I just get along with like, and I say this loosely, the older crowd. I've always gotten along with like. Even as a kid, dude, I always hung out with like when I was like 20, I was hanging out with like 25, 30. I've always hung out with the older crowd. And I feel like now in my 30s, I feel like a lot of the time there's some cool cats my age, of course, you know, but like honestly, man, I feel like a lot of the more interesting guys that I meet are like the older cats, like you, like such people like yourself. I feel like y'all have the stories and the wisdom and experience, and that's what I crave. You know what I'm saying? That's my thing, bro. That's why I love Joe Rogan and shit. It's like I want to gain as much knowledge. So like all these little fucking what the fuck is it called? Wagnall and what?
Yes. Oh, the fucking Wagnalls.
I have no what the fuck idea. I don't know what the fuck that is, but like now I'm getting like an affiliation for it. Like I have like I learned something new, you know, and it's just cool. I just enjoy it, man. I've always
Listen, you'll know when you're getting there when dinner at 2:30 is too late and bedtime is 10 past 4 and you're up at 4 a.m. making coffee and you're like, okay, that's it.
Those days are coming.
Yeah. And I didn't know Curtis was a nurse too. That's crazy. Wow. Similar creatures, yes indeed. So
yeah, even Mama Man is very similar.
Oh man,
yeah, y'all would have a lot to talk about, man.
Oh yeah.
All right, thing, I picked up
next year
SHF Darth Maul for $50 from
bastard.
Mr. Coffee. Yeah, dude.
You bastard. I love that. That is a good find.
Oh, I can't wait to open it, dude. I'm so excited to review it. It looks so good.
So I have the SHF original Maul release. So that has more stuff in it, right? That has more stuff.
What does the original release have?
So it's a very narrow box. He's got him. He's got his lightsaber that breaks apart. He's got a bunch of hands. That's it.
So this one has it's got the probe assassin droid. It's got 2 swoosh effects for his lightsabers. It also comes with 1, 2, 3 other pairs of alt hands, including a pair of fists that is on Maul himself. Comes with an alt head, an alt saber hilt, an unlit saber hilt, and also this does come with a lot. Holy shit! I didn't really realize it. I knew it was a thicker box, but damn,
and it comes with the probe droid too.
It sure does, man.
Oh, that's like the ultimate diorama piece. I just for the droid piece alone, that's really cool.
The probe droid looks and obviously it's kind of incomparable. This is $120 figure compared to the Black Series, but this probe droid puts the Black Series to shame. But
oh yeah, now wait a minute. So Rebel Scum is in agreement here. It's more stuff with the head sculpt. You said does it come with a wired robe too? Did I see something on the back of the box like that too?
Dude, you know what? I think it does. It does come with a wired robe. Yeah, man. If you look in the back, look at that.
I'm gonna have to upgrade my Maul.
That's nasty.
Yeah, that's good.
And that's SHF really packaging is just like it's got the embossed gold Star Wars and like it just feels nice, man. Like it looks good. And I always keep Hyper. I'm sure you do too. Do you keep your SHF boxes? I think we've talked about that.
Oh yeah, I definitely keep those.
Yeah.
Well, you know me, I'm pretty much now. I'm keeping everything in the box. I sometimes open stuff up, but then I put it back in just for storage purposes, you know. But,
right, of course.
Yeah. But yeah. So speaking of that is a beautiful piece, and you got that in one of the room sales, you said, right?
Yeah. So actually, Mr. Coffee from M&F, I bought this off of him for $50, man, which is just a hell of a fucking deal for this figure. Yes, it is.
Steal. Oh
and
man.
Maul's my boy. I had to have
Maul is boy, ladies and gentlemen. Right.
Troy was actually going to send me the alt head to put on my Clone Wars Maul, so now he doesn't have to do that. He can keep his, and now I have my own to kind of switch out. I think I'm going to put the gritty face on the SHF, and then I'm going to put the more stoic face onto the Clone Wars Maul.
All right, so ladies and gentlemen, it is now time for today's episode of Within Arm's Reach.
Oh shit.
So here we go. Now, without excluding that SHF mall and the mall that you bought that you've shown us a couple of times, the original mall that you bought at the convention, do you have a Darth Maul on the desk?
I do not.
You do not?
No Maul on the desk.
This is a first. I just like leapt back in my chair. I can't even believe
dude.
it.
I don't have a Maul.
Other than the 2 malls that you've just showed us.
That's true. Absolutely. I don't even know how many I have at this point now, man.
All right. Wait a minute. How about this? Do you have within arm's reach 2 Phantom Menace figures?
Are they? What scale do they have to be?
It doesn't matter. Just 2 Phantom Menace characters.
All right, let's go. So I have Watto here.
Of course. Where he just materialized that? You did. It was like right here. Just he didn't even like his hand just went Watto.
This is actually from Hyper, so thank you so much. I got
that
my
is
best Watto,
freaking hilarious, dude. I don't even know how you just did it, Cody. It went Watto.
It was like that. And then I'm in luck, dude. I had one
Okay.
other one. I got an extra Sebulba here.
You got the extra Sebulba, of course, right? Of course he does.
Gotta
Excellent,
have 2, bro.
All right.
Love this figure. The engineering and paint on this thing is definitely top 10 of the year. There's no doubt in my mind.
So I guess what we've learned is it's a little disappointing that you only have 2 Darth Mauls within arm's reach on your desk.
I know. I'm so sorry for everyone that I've disappointed. I'm a fake Darth Maul fan.
Right.
I'm a faker.
Okay. So wow, that's pretty good, man. So just 2 Phantom Menace characters plus the 2 Mauls. How many figures are on the desk as of today? Is it still 30?
So I did move some stuff around. Do you want me to include all my ICC pickups?
We can exclude those.
Okay, let's.
Yeah.
Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. So I slimmed it. I put a couple on the shelf recently. Like I took Shock T Luminara and a couple extra one. Yeah. So I thinned it out a little bit. Last time you guessed 31 and you were right on the fucking money. And it just happened that way. So I have 18 on the desk right now. So a little bit more normal tonight.
So is anybody else just a little disappointed in only 18 on the desk? I feel like that's a little disappointing, to be honest.
I'm so sorry. I really feel like I've let everybody down. I'm a little slacking because I've been so hungry. I apologize for eating on stream earlier too, bro. But your boy Stone was hungry, son.
So
starving.
Somebody in the chat just said, extra Sebulba sounds like a damn birth defect. Oh, that's correct.
Like a third nipple.
Sebulba plura.
An extra Sebulba he was born with.
Sir, I'm sorry to tell you, you have multiple Sebulba plura in your groin. Oh man. Okay, where's he going? What's he doing now? What's he getting now?
Curtis was just asking about the wired robe, and I know shout out to GenXBrian who helped explain that. But Curtis, specifically here, you can see, and everything's different. Sometimes they run the wire in differently, but you can see how it's kind of sewn right here. You can actually move, so that it means that there's a wire, so you can actually control how the cape like sways and moves, so you can get like different poses here. And it basically just really helps you like manipulate the cape more, and you can get like. You see, it just really helps with posability. Is really all it is. It's a really nice feature, though. In the Black Series, Curtis, we actually just got our first wired cape or wired robe, I should say, in the Black Series for a figure. So definitely nice to have. I would love to see Black Series do more of that. McFarlane kills these fucking wired capes, dude. I love them so much, dude.
This is going to sound really weird. I don't want this to sound a certain way, but I could look at that Superman figure all day. Dude, that Superman figure is primo. Look at that thing. That's a good looking Superman figure.
Dude, I love the blue. There's a slight blue wash on the hair. It's kind of hard to see.
Yeah.
I love it so much. This is the action comic Superman. When I think of Superman, bro, this is what I see. This is what I think of.
Right, exactly.
I love the yellow S on the cape, man. I just fucking love that. Such a good figure.
Which one is that? Which Superman is that? Golden Age Superman or something?
This is Action Comics.
Action Comics Superman.
Action Comics Superman. The one thing that I don't like is that the chest emblem is like a weird metallic paint. You see how glossy it is, Hyper?
Right.
I wish it was a little more of a matte paint to match the rest of the suit, but I get I don't know if that's specifically how it was in the comic, but I still love this figure, dude. It's so good.
So, you know what? Speaking of, this reminds me of something I wanted to just briefly touch on about the ICCC, and that is very few, if not, I don't think I saw a single comic book there. And I had a list too. I was going down. I was trying to find fill some holes in my Star Wars run and my G.I. Joe run and a couple of Batmans. I did not see any comics. And on top of that, I think I saw fewer than 5 Batman figures at the con as well. Very, very, very few superhero Marvel DC figures at the con. Wouldn't you agree, Stone, with that?
I'm sorry, what'd you say? Hyper, my bad, man. The comics. Yeah, there was not. So this is I actually had this one sitting here. This is a reprint, but there was not many. I think there was like maybe 5 different. There was 5 different issues, and there was multiple copies of it. But I seen this one. This is the first issue Marvel put out in '78 for Star Wars. This is their first. So I had to snag this for nostalgia reasons, just because it's the first Star Wars comic. This is a reprint. This is not like it was $15. So, but Hyper, I didn't know if you were. What is the 64-page collector's special? What is that? Anything significant right there? What is?
So they've done reissues many times with the Marvel comics. Dark Horse did them. Marvel came back to them for a while. There's lots of different publishers who've had a run at that. And then, if you recall, years ago they were doing. Hasbro was doing 4-inch 2-packs with comic books included in the packaging.
Yeah, I do remember that.
Yeah, so there's lots and lots and lots of different iterations of those Hasbro comics. So that is probably one. That reissue is probably one from either one of the comic 2-packs with figures, or maybe it's one of the reprints that they did for a run. I think they re-released all the comics back in the mid 2000s. So that might have been one of those. Yeah. But like I said, you and I were talking about it the other day. Nothing's wrong. I mean, reissues are the way to go because they're better quality. Paper. Yeah, and they just look better. I mean, if you're a comic book person, then you would want to get the real deal. But for a display piece, I would go with that all day long. Hell yeah, Do
you know what's the deal with Obi-Wan and Luke having red sabers? Because they clearly have blue ink able. Because back in the day, green used to be an issue on the paper, but blue. What's it with the red sabers?
So a lot of times it just depends. So, like for instance, Darth Vader is a good example where black was very difficult to translate for a figure or for a comic book strip because black, you don't get a lot of detail with black. So most of the time when you look at the Marvel comics, Darth Vader is primarily blue with black highlights for reasons of just being able to see it on the paper. And because of that, the red lightsaber just worked well against the primarily black. A lot of times Vader was in, black scenes and things like this. And so I remember reading something about the blue and the green. Yeah, you're right. There were some issues with printing it. And I think it was something about the red lightsaber or the red coloring was just easier to translate on that original newspaper comic stuff. So I think that's why they did it. But what's cool is I actually have the Funko Pop vintage Marvel comics of Luke and Obi-Wan, and they have the red lightsabers, and it's just super cool looking.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Hell yeah, dude.
I would love to talk about a cool Black Series run. Wouldn't it be cool to do some Black Series Marvel like comic covers of figures like Luke and Vader with those alternate colors.
Oh,
I think
dude,
that would be
hell
a
yeah.
cool run of figures. You know?
I think it would be too, man. I've been a
Yeah.
big fan of like McFarlane's been doing his 1/6 and 1/10 scale comic cover statues, and I've really been feeling those, dude. They're so much fun. They're anywhere. So the 1/10 scale ones, they retail for about 35, and the 1/6 are 50. But if you can find either one of those on sale, you get you find one for 20-25 bucks for the 1/10 scale, and then you can get I've seen the 1/6 scale ones drop down as low as like 40. They're just like, bro, let me grab this real quick. These are so fucking cool. So like this one specifically is so fucking rad, man. So this is the awesome. 1984 Secret Wars issue number 8. This came out in 1984, like I just said. This was the origin, beginning, debut of the symbiote costume, and people were pissed that Spider-Man was not in his red and blue. And they did this. They kept him in this costume for a few years, if I'm not mistaken. And this is just, and you can see on the base it says, amongst the chaos, there comes a costume. So this was before Venom came along. This was before all of that. This is before it was even Venom. It was symbiote, you know. So like, then later on, obviously, it went to go form on with it bonded with Eddie Brock, and then Todd McFarlane co-created Venom, and then it just kind of snowballed from there, of course. But like the blue highlighting, the cell shading on this is so freaking cool, man. The white on here is like, it's really hard to make white paint look good, and this. Hell, it might even be like this might even be casted in like a white resin, and then everything else is painted. But I feel like the white just really pops. I love the blue cell shading. It shows the musculature and the shadows. It's very comic booky. But this is, I just fucking love these things, bro.
Well, you know, I'll tell you. So McFarlane's losing the license, as we all know, next year for DC. But I'm not a Marvel guy. But if he keeps pumping out statues like that, I'm going to be buying some Marvel statues because I love the McFarlane look. I think he's just got it down. I think as a comic book artist, when you start out as a comic book artist and then you start making statues, man, that's like a match made in heaven because look at that. That's awesome looking.
Got this for 23 bucks after shipping, dude, off Amazon.
Yeah, that looks really good.
Phenomenal piece.
And those are all that's the McFarlane, what, the 12-inch scale ones or 10-inch? What are they?
So this is a 1/10 scale representation, and then the other ones are 1/6 scale. Like all basically like 12-inch Hot Toys.
Right. Okay. Right.
And I got a really badass Magneto and Wolverine.
Troy, what's up?
Hey Troy, what's up, homie? What time is it? I knew we were okay. I was 25 minutes late. I said 9:30, but he's back in here at 10. We got our boy. But these are also phenomenal fucking pieces right here. My Magneto review on this actually did very well, but I love these pieces right here too, dude.
Those are awesome looking.
This Magneto hyper is fucking nasty, dude.
Well, you know, if I were going to get, oh man, see, you're killing me. Put those away. Put those away. I can't be buying those things. I know, man. Those are good looking. I like those. I like
the bases. Dude, you'd be in trouble if you got one. You would be in trouble, my friend. I'm telling you. I'm all in though, bro. They got Cyclops coming out. They have Beast and Storm coming out.
Oh Beast.
My god, dude!
Beast. Don't tempt me, Frodo. Don't tempt me, Frodo. Beast. Okay. Hey, R2 Drew 2. Hey, welcome. How you doing?
R2 Drew 2, what's up, buddy? That's one of another channel member along with Troy.
Okay, R2 Drew 2. Nice to meet you.
Trying to catch up with chat here. Thank you, Troy. Thank you so much, my brother. Thank you so much. And then where's R2 Drew 2? What's up, man? Thanks for stopping by and hanging out, dude.
HowlrunnerBase, how you doing, man?
Yes, sir. Hey, everybody, we got 15 people. If you haven't already, please hit that motherfucking like button. It's greatly appreciated. We appreciate all of you hanging out with us tonight. It means a lot to us.
All right, so I got a question for you, Stone.
Let's go, man.
All right, so we did we've basically covered everything that we bought at the ICCC, with the exception of, I think I mentioned earlier, I did buy a beautifully boxed vintage collection Slave 1, not Boba Fett's slave ship.
I want to hear more about that too. Have you opened it yet?
No, I haven't opened it yet. It's such a beautiful box, but it's before they changed the name to Boba Fett's spaceship. So I like the fact that it says Slave 1 on it, right? So
yeah, man, it's classic.
But so I bought that, and that was an adventure getting that home because I had to bring that onto the plane. So that was tough. So, and it was funny because I'm going through TSA, and I got it in this sort of like Walmart shopping bag, and obviously the TSA guy was like a Star Wars fan because he's like, "Oh wow, that's really cool," and
Sweet.
I'm like, "Yeah, please don't hurt it. Like, please handle this. It's like I bought it for the box. Don't fucking touch it, But anyways, so I get it on the plane, and it made it home. But other than that, we've kind of covered everything between all of our videos. I think we've hit it. So my question is, of all the pickups that you got, from the smallest little pickup to the biggest one, what is the most meaningful one to you? Maybe not your favorite, or maybe not the most expensive. What's the one that means the most? Because I got what I know what I would pick, but I want to hear what you would.
Okay, while I think, I want to hear what yours is.
Okay, so
that's a loaded question.
Okay, so there were so many surprises there, like I've said a number of times now, like finding out that there's a Nashville Wampas hockey team was wild. Like that just sort of is blending two things together, and so that would kind of be maybe the first choice or the obvious choice. But I think the thing that is most special to me that I bought is probably the Sebulba pin that I've already talked about being upset about buying. But I think this Sebulba pin, and the reason why is because I think it really sort of commemorates to me that it was our first con together as the Stoned and Hyper Show doing
Yes,
it.
sir.
So I think there's a lot that I've attached to that. It's sort of symbolic of the whole experience, and so, yeah, sure. Okay. They were trying to get a $5 extra, whatever. That's fine. You know what?
Yeah.
It's the pin. The pin means to me, it means sort of like all of this. It sort of incorporates all of this that we've worked towards. So I think that's probably the most special pickup for me was that. And then in second place, I really am in love with the artwork. Where'd it go? The artwork that I bought. That Steve Moore did for me. That's just beautiful. The beautiful artwork. And
talented guy.
Where the hell is that? Nope, that's not it. It just literally is gone. Anywho, the IG-12 artwork is very special. That would be my second one. But so, what are you? What's your favorite pickup?
This is the one the Hyper's talking about.
Yeah,
he also got one of these.
I really like that. That's just a very cool looking piece.
Absolutely, man.
And I always favor the things that are sort of handmade or custom or unique. I find those
more special, man.
Yeah, they're really cool.
You're not going to find that kind of shit anywhere or everywhere.
Walmart,
you know what I mean?
Target or GameStop.
Yeah, absolutely, man. All these Black Series figures and this other awesome stuff that we love is great. But you can find this stuff on Amazon or Walmart. You're going to find it somewhere. Whereas like this more niche, fan made, exclusive stuff, like where it's very limited quantity and it's like something special for a con, like it's for an event specifically. It's like it's just like I hate to keep using the word niche, but it's just like a very niche like thing that's like a moment in time. It's a souvenir that you have from a moment in time that you spent somewhere with somebody at a place at a time, like whatever you want, whatever pieces of that you hold on to, people, places, whatever. It's like it's a piece of time that you had in your life, and now like you can look back on it, and it's like it's a piece of time that you brought back with you to like reminisce about that time,
Right.
But I think when I try to think about, I think it comes down to most sentimental pieces. I think it comes down to two choices. I think it's going to be I think number 2 is this is a Watto 3 3/4 that you bought me, and you got this signed by Andy. So not only did this get signed by someone that I got to meet and a favorite character of mine, voice actor, but it also came from my good buddy. So this is like something that makes this extra special because it's got Andy's signature, and you took the time to go speak to him and find the figure. And so this is very, very, I was not expecting you to bring this to me. So when you surprised me with that Saturday, I was just blown away by that. You always be hooking me up, man, and I just appreciate you, dude. And
cool. I'm glad
I
you
love
like
this piece. Thank you so much, man. It's a phenomenal piece, and I can't wait to find a special place to go in my collection. And then I think the first one, I think everybody probably knows what this one's going to be. I think besides the hot toys, besides the cool helmets, the cool figures, I think this piece right here, I think this signature from Andy and just the time that he took to sign it and him speaking to me, he didn't seem rushed. It was just it was an exceptional time, and I will always cherish that experience. And like, I even got a little emotional in my vlog. I wasn't going to include it, but my wife was like, no, just fucking do it. So I did. And yeah, man, I was just like, I wasn't expecting it. I didn't expect to get emotional over Watto, over Andy. You know what I mean? But like, luckily it wasn't in front of him. Like, I walked out to the hallway because like I felt it coming. I was like, okay, I got to get it right from all these fucking people seeing a grown ass man cry. So, and then I went to go start filming, and I was like, y'all, I just met Andy, and then I kind of felt myself starting to. I was like, oh nope. I put it back in my pocket. Rain was like, my wife Rain, Mrs. Stone. She was like, no. She took my phone and started recording me. So I tried to work through it. That was just like. That was a really special moment, man. It may seem cheesy to some people, but I don't care. Fuck you. This Star Wars means so much to me that some of you will never fucking understand, except some of you might, like Hyper and Troy and my buddy Jacob, Brian. Some of you understand why this means so much to me. And, some of you might think it's a little bit extra that I got teary-eyed from somebody who had fucking minutes in a fucking movie, but and I could tell, as giddy as I was, man, and you were there as well. You talked to him for a few minutes, and I think us both the interaction, but I think as excited as I was, I think it made him excited to see how excited that I was. I think I kind of made his day,
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, you definitely did. Because when I went back the next day, he was like, wow, he's a big fan.
Yes. And I just told him, I was like, man, it's an honor to meet you. I do an impersonation of you on my show with my buddy, and I mentioned you. Then, sure enough, you came back over there, and we started talking together. But then I was just like talking to him for a minute, and I did my little voice, and he enjoyed it. He thought it was funny, and just I will always remember that, man. I really hope. I was going to go back Saturday, Hyper, and I was going to say, hey, man, if I throw you at 30, can we do the Qui-Gon bit? I'll be Qui-Gon. Credits. We're probably credits will be fine. No, they won't. Credits will.
Oh, there it is. There it is.
No, they won't. What do you think you are, some kind of Jedi when you hand around like that? I'm a Toydarian. My tricks don't work on me. Only money. So I was going to see if he would do that bit with me, but I was like, I didn't want to be weird or anything and go back the next fucking day. So I was like, I should give it some time, and I don't want to ruin the experience or come off weird, but like, I think next year, if he's there, I'm going to ask him and try to get some video of it.
I'm telling you what, man, if we're going to do that next year, if he's back next year, I'll tell you what, we're going to hunt his ass down. We're going to go to whatever con he's at next. And we're gonna pay big money for that to happen.
I'm your biggest fan. It's so nice to meet you. He's like, yo, okay.
You're back. Oh,
yeah,
great.
like, oh, you're back. Good to see you. Yeah.
Oh man, that's funny. Yeah. Hey Bender, how's it going, man? Yeah.
Trying to catch up with chat here. Sorry, everybody. Kurt says the artwork is amazingly awesome. My mom Amanda, my mom, she loves it as well. Troy says, I love the way Cody says fine in his country accent. Glad you do, brother. I think Hyper likes my little twang too.
I love it. I look forward to it every time.
I'm glad I can provide some entertainment.
I think the highlight of the past year was when he didn't he quote Princess Leia? And he did Country Leia or something like that. That was awesome.
I did. What did I fucking? I forget what I did.
What it was, but it was
it was so good.
We're gonna have to go like a year in review episode. We're gonna have to go through all of it and just like
clip. Yeah, dude, and like clip like little 30-second bits.
Exactly.
Of it.
Right.
Yeah,
exactly.
Dude.
So all right. So question number 2. Here we go. So So we just said, what's the most, your favorite piece that you bought, favorite piece that I bought, sentimental piece, whatever. All right. Question number 2. What is your favorite thing that I bought, and what is my favorite thing that you bought? All right. So,
Okay.
I know exactly. And I think I've mentioned this to you twice, and I am so envious.
Thank you,
and
RT,
jealous
for
of this.
watching.
I'm so envious of this, man, and I should have fucking bought it. My favorite, most unique thing that you bought has to be that awesome Maul droid pin that you bought. You haven't even mentioned, to my knowledge, I haven't seen that on any of your videos, but dude, that thing is
I totally
awesome
forgot.
looking, man.
Yeah, I put it on my book bag, man, and you're right. I totally forgot to mention it. I actually got.
Wait till you guys see this.
I meant to pin up my book bag because I got some other pins from my buddy Connor and you as well, Hyper. I see we got 19 people in here. Y'all hit that motherfucking like button. Thank you for hanging out with us tonight.
Oh, yeah, thank you.
We got a little spike just now. But yeah, man, I got this really cool. I love these, man.
Get a close up on that, man. Get a close up on that. That pin is rad. So it's this black astromech droid with a red dome, and he's got the horns. He's got the Maul horns on him, doesn't he? Yeah. It is so cool, man. That's unique. That is definitely unique. That Stormtrooper pin is awesome too. That's a really good pin too.
I seen those two, and they were actually the last two of both of these on his deck. And I was like, bro, I gotta. You kind of got me in the pin craze, man. You bought me the Nashville Pod Racers, and I went over there and bought a second one for the shelf. And then I was like, you know what? I kind of want some for my book bag now. And then they're the last two. I was like, okay, I got to get me a Stormy. And then he was like, yeah, we have some different R2 designs over here. There's a Maul one. I was like, there's a Maul R2 unit. I got to get it. So
yeah, I wish I could have been a fly on the wall to see that one.
Dude, if they had an extra one, we would have been back to that table and got you one right then and there.
I'll tell you what, man. Well, you know what, though? Now I know what it looks like. I'm searching for it because that's a really cool one. But
I hope he's there. I hope that same booth is there next year, man, because they had some really rad fucking shit.
So if you guys, honestly, like, I know how it goes. Like, and I didn't just buy pins there. Like, my wife and I, when we went hiking, every state park we went to, national park we went to, I bought the pin from each park, which is really cool. So that's
hell yeah, dude.
Things, but like the pin craze, the thing about it is it's so quote affordable because they're $5 or $10. Right? Yeah. So you're like, I could walk out of here with all these pins.
Yep.
And they're so beautiful. They're like little piece of art. And the next thing you know, you've got 100 pins, right? And and it's just kind of funny how, like, a year ago I wasn't into pins. I had no idea. And then you buy one, and then you got 50, and then you got 67. Yeah, and then the next thing you know, you go to the con and you're like, "Where's the pins at? Where's the pins? I need the pins. Where are they?"
The whole search going for them, bro.
Oh, it's craziness with the pins. Yeah,
I think next year we gotta do a little more day. I don't know if I would go for every single one, but I definitely wouldn't mind exploring around because I didn't even realize that was a thing until you brought the sheet up to me, and I was like, "Oh, that's kind of neat."
And we were already on our way out of there. That's right,
bro. Oh my god.
So
honestly, it's probably a good thing we didn't know about it.
I know, really, right? Because we would have each walked out of there with 25 fucking pins.
Oh my god, dude. Yeah, and that fuck, dude. 150, $100 gone like that.
So, and then of course I couldn't. You were magnetized to that magnet display too, man.
I was.
That place was, so they had all these custom magnets of every character you've ever, Marvel, DC, Star Wars, everything. Indiana Jones, they had them all. Stone was there. He was deep.
I wanted to get more of them, but I was really trying to like reserve. I was like, do I really want to come? The magnets are cool. You're not going to find them except for at that booth. So that was the cool thing about them. But I was like, there's other shit that I'm looking for still. Do I really want to do? But I'll tell you what, Mrs. Stone, she bought some horror magnets, man. She's got them on her car. She fucking loved them. Yeah. So it was like, wasn't it $8 a piece? And then he was doing 8 for 30 or something like that.
Right. Yeah. He had specials.
A good deal.
Oh yeah. He was throwing in extra magnets and all kinds of stuff. Yeah,
I got a symbiote Spidey, a Wolverine, and then she got Ghostface, Freddy Krueger, Jason, bro. She got Chucky. She got like 6 different magnets or like 8 different magnets or some shit.
Who knew she was into that? I had no idea she was into that.
She loves horror, bro. That's her thing. That's what, like, yeah.
Oh,
I can't do it. I don't like horror, bro.
Oh,
that's all her.
So when you guys come up to the Cape, she'll come to the Lizzie Borden house. She'll take that tour with us.
And I'll be sitting in the car waiting for y'all. Posting on Stone and Hyper. Yeah, I'm waiting for Hyper to come out of this Lizzie Borden crazy motherfucking house.
Well, I'm glad to know that. Okay, so that's on my radar now that she likes horror. That's crazy.
Oh, she it loves it. I think Freddy Krueger and Chucky are like her 2 favorites. And Ghostface. I do Scream like slasher thriller shit.
Now that you mention it, I do remember he had jumbo magnets of like Jason and yeah, that's right.
Yeah, dude. The character selection he had was, I mean, he had horror, Ninja Turtles, Star Wars, fucking He-Man. He had a Thunder. I think he had some Thundercats on there, if I'm not mistaken. Really
cool.
Knew
how to sell some magnets.
Yes, and the designs were very cool. We even had some cool cardboard cutouts that I was like, There was a Princess Leia and her Jabba the Hutt or Hutt Slayer slave. Yes. I was like, that would be kind of cool in the room. Then I seen a cool, I think it was an Ahsoka, and I was like, that would be cool. I was eyeing some. I do want to say thank you so much, Star Wars Collector, for the $4.99. Also, one of my channel members and also a very good friend of ours says the Sanduato figure and art print is right up your alley, Cody. Shout out to Hyper for the absolutely, dude. Just extremely generous guy and a very good friend. I mean, I'm thankful to have met him and everybody else here in chat, man. You included, Jacob. This has been so much fucking more than I could have ever imagined for, man. I'm just thankful for each and every one of you, man, that come and hang out with me and Hyper and watch our stuff and everything. It means a lot to us, man.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, definitely. And I'm really hoping next year. Now, I know it's a whole calendar year away. It's actually only 51 weeks away now. So that's good. But,
dude,
you know,
yeah, man, a year away, dude. We got a year to plan it, bro.
But yeah, if anybody does want to come down, and you know, the other thing too is there's sort of a misconception. Now, you know, we did not stay at the hotel where it was going down. We stayed at a very nice hotel, maybe about 15 minutes away. And you know what? Like, if you want to go, you know, don't feel like you absolutely have to stay at the hotel where it's going down at, because you really don't. Like, it's a very easy place to drive around. It's not hard to get on and off the exits and everything. And, you know, I was kind of hoping to stay at the place, and when we couldn't do it, I was like, oh man. But actually, I'm really glad that we stayed at the place we stayed at, because the convention was one attraction. Nothing was more than 15 minutes away from where we were. So that was a really convenient place for us.
It's like in the middle of everything. I mean, there was bars, food, grocery stores, pharmacies, like anything you needed to get to there. Dude, there was a fucking Walmart. There was a coffee shop, like literally not even 2 minutes from where me and Mrs. Stone were at.
Yeah, right.
So you want to explain this to Curtis real quick, Hyper?
What's that?
This pin right here?
Oh, the pin. Yeah, the Lizzie Borden pin. So speaking of pins, so I did an overnight at the Lizzie Borden house. I stayed there on a solo trip one night. I guess I did.
Crazy motherfucker.
And, actually, my brother-in-law went with me, but he was in a completely different room across. On the second floor, they have the rooms that you can stay in. And these are the rooms where they were axe murdered in and everything, you know, so it's pretty wild. But the long and the short of it is, so for my 50th birthday, my wife does not do science fiction conventions, nor does she do overnights at the Lizzie Borden house. But I wanted to do it for my 50th a few years ago. So she paid for me and my brother-in-law, Dan. Dan's a cop. And he's all into this stuff too. And we've done a few investigations together. So he's like, absolutely, I'm going to the Lizzie Borden house. So we rent 2 rooms. I stay in one room across, and then he's in the room all the way down the hall. And it was wild. It was absolutely insanity. Now, having said that, we investigated all night long. We really didn't get much. We didn't really get too much evidence, unfortunately, but we did it, you know, and not many people could say that. But they do have a little gift shop in a barn adjacent to the house, and they sell those little pins, but they also sell like hatchets and like all kinds of crazy.
Oh
shit.
nah, bro.
Oh, yeah, they had some hatchets, like real hatchets.
Oh.
Yeah. So if you guys ever do come up, you got to go. And Troy lives like right down the street from it.
He said he wants to go with you, bro.
Troy, dude, let's go, man. Let's go this summer. We'll do it. You want to do an overnight?
Troy, don't do that shit, bro. Don't do that shit, bro.
Investigate. Nuts.
No, man. I think you and if you and Troy meet before he makes it down to ICC, you got to get a little recording of that and send me that, bro.
Oh hell yeah, you better believe it, man. Yeah, because as the crow flies, we only live like we're less than an hour drive from each other. I live on the Cape and he lives.
Oh
in,
damn, y'all are close, dude. Yeah,
like, Fall River, so
damn,
it's very close. Yeah, but anyways, yeah. So next year it's ICC. So don't feel like if the rooms are sold out, it's not over because there's awesome hotels.
That's right.
Within 15 minutes, and like I said, if you stay at the hotel, you're actually farther away to most of the things outside of the convention than you are staying at these other places. You know what I mean? So you're almost better off going to a different hotel. Yeah. Right.
Yeah. Fuck overnight, bro. That's yeah. Y'all get together would be really cool to see, man. Absolutely.
Oh yeah, for sure, man. Troy, we'll make that happen this summer. You know?
And Mama Mando, sorry I didn't see your super chat earlier. 925. I don't know how we skipped that, but thank you so much for the 199, Mom. Love you. Thank you.
I already shouted it out. You were busy you were eating pizza.
Oh, thank you, man. That's what it was. Thank you, dude.
Pizza,
thank you,
yeah.
man.
Yeah.
Oh, Mama Mando says we are checking in an Airbnb. I think that's something we could all, if we all look into that and kind of split. I feel like that would be the way to go for sure.
That would be really fun. Can you imagine? It'd be crazy.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Hey, Hyper holding it down while I'm gone. That's why I'm fucking, hey, bro. He's with it. He knows what to do.
Of course, right? You know.
Thank you. I just want to say thank you all so much for hanging out with us tonight, man. It means a lot.
Yeah.
I always notice sometimes we'll start out hot, and it's always hot here on the Stone and Hyper show. It doesn't matter if there's 5 people in here or 15, but sometimes the shows will start out crazy and we instantly get up to 15, 20 people. And then sometimes it's got a little slow ember burn. And then I kind of notice sometimes later in the night, I guess people putting themselves kids to bed or eating dinner, finishing up errands, et cetera, et cetera. I kind of notice some people start to kind of flood in later on in the night. So I think that's always either way. It doesn't bother me. I just find it interesting, and it's something that I notice from time to time. I think it's interesting.
Yeah, well, definitely. I think you're right. I think Saturday nights, there's a lot of commitment on Saturday nights too. You know, there's
yeah, dude,
out to dinner, TV shows, soccer games, and all that stuff. You know, so yeah.
There's our boy. Missed you, man. We've been missing you, brother.
Connor, what's up, dude? We have been talking pins, pins, and more pins. You know,
yes, sir. We gotta get Connor on the show soon, man. It's overdue.
Definitely.
It's overdue now.
Speaking of Connor, so you went and found a museum not far from the con, and it was dinosaur intensive.
Yeah, dude, it was so rad. It's called Earth. I actually have some stickers here that me and Mrs. Stone picked up. It was called Earth Experience. This is in Murfreesboro, Tennessee, Natural Museum of History in Middle Tennessee, and it's a smaller exhibit. It's not like some huge museum. I forget how big their facility is, but they've been around for about 10 years. They have active digs going on in Montana. All the proceeds they have, I also in Tennessee, I picked up these cool safari figures. I got a Stegosaurus and a Triceratops here, and I love the paint and sculpting on these figures. Safari is a really, really cool line, and I've been wanting to dabble in safari now, so it was stoked that I walked in and I was like, oh, dinosaur figures. I was meant to be here. It was meant to be. And then I got
dabbling, yes,
Ankylosaurus, beautiful, beautiful sculpts. One of my top 3 favorite dinosaurs ever.
Yeah, same here, man. I love that one. And
then I got one more. I had an Allosaurus. Here he is. He was taking a little nap. I also picked up this really cool Allosaurus here. So, and all these were $10 except for the Ankylosaur. He was 12, and then obviously any kind of merch or anything like that you buy goes directly to them and supporting their active digs up in Montana, or even just supporting the shop and stuff like that. I can show a couple pictures if my Instagram wants to act normal. I'll see here in just a second.
Where's that claw? It's like a raptor claw.
Yeah, I'll grab it real quick.
That thing is awesome. I've already got that on my list for next year's pickups. That is really cool, man.
Yeah, I would love to take you to that place, man, or meet you in Lady Hyper out there. It was so much fun. Y'all would love it. So this is obviously this is not an actual fossil. I believe this is actually a resin print or like a resin cast of the actual fossil. But I got a raptor claw. This was $10.
That's really cool.
Very, very cool, man. Now you can still find. You can get like a Spinosaurus or like a Tyrannosaurus tooth. You can find them for anywhere from like $60 to even up to like 350, 400, 500, just depending on like the quality and stuff like that. But they're not as rare as some people might think. They're actually literally everywhere. That's why they're so easily attainable. And I've actually talked to my buddy Connor about buying fossils, and he's got a couple places that are very authentic and reputable and like, just are legit.
Yeah.
But I did want to shout out, man. Connor is one of our good friends and buddies. He goes absolutely above and beyond for the Stone and Hyper Show and both of our channels, among some of the other people that I can't name at the moment off the top of my head right now, but just one of the many, many people that we have that go above and beyond for the show here. These super chats are not necessary at all. I will just y'all liking, watching, subscribing. I know I say it in my videos all the time, and just hanging out with us is more than appreciated. But like the people like Connor here who go above and beyond, and like this is the best direct way to support what we do, and it means a lot to us, man. And we got shirts coming. Stone and Hyper shirts are available now. Y'all can pick up Stone Bando shirts. That I got some hats coming. Hyper is also working on his new logo, so be on the lookout for some Hyperdrive merch coming very soon as well. And Y'all honestly have just made this so much more for me and Hyper than I think either one of us expected. We say it all the time, and just we truly appreciate each and every one of you so very much, man.
I was thinking about how if Connor goes down to the convention next year, he would love that aquarium cafe, but I would worry about him jumping into the tank and wrestling something out of that thing.
Dude, he would have been grabbing that fucking eel and shit like, crikey, look at this, mate.
Exactly.
He's beautiful.
Exactly.
Gorgeous.
No fishing. There's no fishing in here.
Dude, are you with him? We walked in together.
He's never seen him before. Yeah.
No, me and Hyper, we have a list of people there's quite a few people we still got to get on the show, but Connor is definitely, he's been on the list for a minute, man. We gotta get you on the show sometime soon, man. Absolutely.
Right.
And I'm trying to think of, other than the dinosaurs, another quick pickup that I got, and this is actually a snag from Wilbon, $20 for Star Killer. He's missing his blade and his lightsaber, and then $20 for all three of these and all the Force accessories. So that was pretty fucking rad and a hell of a deal. Just couldn't pass that up.
I bet you could probably get some sort of 3D printed lightsaber or something like that online that would work out well for him.
It's funny that you say that, Hyper, because that's what Cook was telling me last night. And we were trying to remember. I think there's a guy that goes by the name of 3D Cubic Prints or something like that. Yeah, and I think he does hilts like he does the blue, yellow. He does the orange hilts. Like I think he was the guy that I could be thinking of somebody else here, but he's the one that did he redid the orange blades for Shin and Balin that everybody was ranting and raving about, and they're really good quality too.
There's a lot of good guys out there like that. I've got a 3D printer. Maybe I should start printing out some stuff like that. I
totally, dude. You should. Yeah, man.
Oh, speaking of, I wanted to give everybody a quick update. So,
please,
we're right in the middle of. Obviously, I was building a swamp diorama, and then everything went sideways at work, and I am now back up. We now actually have a new director, and we have a new nursing staff. Essentially, we had many people quit or retire over the last few months, and it's made my schedule like a living hell. And on top of that, I couldn't get the resin for the next part of the diorama that I'm building. It was on back order. So I finally just got that. So now with my nursing schedule figured out and my resin in, we will be able to continue on with the swamp diorama, and I'm really looking forward to that. So a lot of things coming up on my channel once again, now that everything has sort of rectified itself. So if you were interested in the swamp dio, it is going to be completed in the next week to 10 days. So I'm hoping that's on everybody's radar. So thanks.
Well, I'll tell you something, man. There's nothing more that I like to see than all my homies uploading their videos, Connor Calaruso uploaded a video. GenXBrian uploaded a Hyperdrive. Like, I'm looking forward to seeing your name come in. And you've been hitting it with the shorts, man. I've been seeing you with the shorts and the editing and the music. I see what you're doing, and I think you're improving a lot. I like that your videos are getting, not that they were ever bad, but I can tell that they're getting better and you're putting more time into them. And I just look forward, dude. I'm stoked for your swamp, man. I'm kind of waiting for I'm waiting for you to give me some inspiration because I can't wait to start mine. I'm kind of going to piggyback off of yours. That's just what I do. I get my inspiration from you, man. That's how I do the dials, man. I'm gonna be straight, but I for one am really looking forward to seeing you get back and doing your thing. But Hyper's had a lot of stuff going on at work, everybody, and he is basically like a lead hospice nurse. So when somebody calls out or quits, it goes to him. So he's been really preoccupied. So it's just super stoked to see you coming back to the community. Not that you ever left, but you get what I'm saying.
Oh yeah. No, sometimes life gets in the way, you know. And I was talking to another friend of mine who does the Savage Land, who's the G.I. Joe guy, and he's in the same boat. Sometimes work and real life stuff gets in the way, and you have to put everything else on hold, like dioramas and stuff like that. So it's so nice to be back and actually building stuff again. So that's coming up soon.
So with that being, real quick, I did want to shout out another good friend and buddy. Y'all, you know, when y'all start going, man, y'all don't play any games. And we have another super chat, a 1999 from Troy, our good buddy. He also just started up his YouTube channel. Be sure to go check out. He doesn't have much uploaded on there yet, but he's getting his feet wet. So be sure to go check out his channel, Troy Wars Here. And he says to help out the wallet, since I know you guys spent a pretty penny at the con, and it's just truly appreciated, my friend. And I'm going to be sending a shirt. You and Connor are going to be having a shirt sent y'all's way very soon, my friend. Very, very soon. So be on the lookout for that.
There was something else that we really need to really discuss about the ICCC, and that was some of the crazy cosplay that we saw.
Oh, dude. Man. Absolutely, man. I didn't get much video. Like, I got the droids or whatever, but I didn't get much. Well, the cosplayers were pretty cool too.
People get really dicey when you start taking pictures of them at the con like that. Mm-hmm. Like, some people don't like it, and I'm like, you're in a friggin' costume at a con. What do you think?
Yeah. What do you expect?
You know, but a lot of people are like, hey, I didn't give you permission. I'm like,
okay. You're in a public space in a costume, like you're kind of asking to be looked at, you know?
Right, exactly.
Like, no, that's kind of wacky, man. That's wacky as fuck.
I can think of two in particular, and I bet you know the two I'm talking about, who were not feeling it, and you're like, you're on display here. What are you doing? Do you know?
Oh, really? No, I don't. I'm lost, man. I'm lost.
So they were making the rounds. That was some crazy.
I didn't know nothing about that, man.
Yeah. So anyway, well,
really,
yeah.
I know you don't want to like name or anything. I
don't want to name any names, but
it was cosplayers though.
They were clearly there on display, doing all kinds of crazy, really dicey, like sort of almost borderline inappropriate stuff for a couple of hours.
I got you.
It was all like, and then they would get mad when people would try to take pictures, and you're like,
interesting.
What are you talking about? Yeah, but
I did want to say something. Drop Dead Daniel. He's a very big. He leaves me kind feedback on my videos all the time. He says, just sending love from Georgia. Shout out to any brothers collecting plastic out there. Shout out to you, my friend. Thank you so much for coming by and hanging out with me and Hyper and everybody in chat tonight, man. Hope
That's
you're doing
an awesome
well.
name. I love the name.
Drop Dead Daniel. It's got a ring. It's off the tongue. Yeah.
Oh, it's awesome. I love it.
He says such kind. He's got such kind things to say, man. You always leave kind feedback, and dude compared me to Robo, which is very honorable. I would never fucking do that, but Drop Dead Daniel, if you enjoy my stuff, brother, be sure to check out my friend here, Hyperdrive Collection 6460. Really cool cat, man. He's got great stuff on his channel. If you like my stuff and my energy, my vibe, 9 times out of 10, I'd say 10 times out of 10, you're gonna like my homie here too, man.
11% of
the time.
But yeah, man. So some of that cosplay was wild. Like, did you see the Wampa, that 9-foot tall Wampa walking around?
No. Did you see Chewie?
Chewie was awesome.
I didn't see Chewie either, man.
Chewie was incredible. And then there was like I think there was a Tarful or a Wookiee warrior too. Did you see that guy?
No, man.
I
missed
thought it
those.
was Chrysanthemum, Black Chrysanthemum at first, but it wasn't. It was more like a Wookiee warrior type of guy.
Yeah.
But the Chewie was incredible.
I did see a really badass stormtrooper. The dude was tall. I was like, you're a little tall for a stormtrooper. He kind of just laughed. And I did see there was a couple Twi'leks there, a couple chicks dressed as Twi'leks. There was a really cool. It was a shadow trooper. I think I saw. He was pretty rad.
The Maul.
The Maul was, dude. Getting that picture with him, that was so, and he was a chill guy. We didn't get to talk to him long, but like he was very chill about taking pictures and just super laid back. He gets up at 4 a.m. and it takes him 6 to 8 hours to do that makeup.
Oh, I believe it, because he was decked out all the way.
Incredible, dude.
Chest, head, yeah.
And that shit's hot, man. You're in a room with that many people and in a decently like summer spring month. I know he was sweating in that thing, but he looked phenomenal, man. He is that's one of those things that you can't half-ass, and you can tell that he puts every ounce of effort and energy into portraying that character, man. And I showed him me and you walked up to him and I was like, hey man, I got you. You probably love this. And he was like, dude, that's sick. So I was yeah, bro. He was cool, man.
The Anakin and Padme were out of control too. That Anakin was whoa,
pretty cool, man.
He looked just like Hayden Christensen.
He was pretty close, dude. It was pretty rad. Like the hair was dead on,
and then
had the hair.
Then the Thrawn, that cat was really good. The Thrawn.
I heard people talking about him. I didn't see him, but people were saying that was their favorite. Like, dude, did you see that Thrawn? I was like, Thrawn.
And he had the Asalmari around his neck and everything.
Man, no way.
Oh, it was really, really cool.
That's fucking rad, dude.
Yeah, it was really cool. Let's see. And then I was gonna say, that was the other thing I was gonna say was, so I was not prepared for. There was a line out the door for the lightsabers for hours.
Was that was Saturday, wasn't it?
Saturday.
Yeah, Saturday was busy, dude.
So that Saturday with the lightsaber, what was it? Some saber company, Saber Forge or Saber Smith or something like that. And those joints were $500+ a piece, and they were selling them. They were selling them for hours and hours. Every single person in that line was buying 2 of them, 3 of them. It was nuts. That was wild. So the lightsaber, and they were really nice lightsabers, all aircraft aluminum and stuff, but starting at $500, like.
Well, for Theory Sabers?
Yeah, Theory Sabers. That's it.
Damn, dude. I didn't know they started at 5. I think he's got a couple budget ones. I think that's kind of crazy. I feel like I've seen some that are a little bit cheaper. 500 start, which, dude, I get the quality there. Like, you can duel with them. He's run over them and shit. Like, but 500 but man, it's like
good stuff.
People that are into the lights, it is tough. And it's like, if you notice, man, the Black Series role-playing items get more views. Like the people on YouTube, the YouTubers who cover the role-playing stuff, it's bigger than the action figures. But it's like
10.
It's really weird. And the people who collect the figures were like, role-play item, not for me. But then the people who are into role-play, they have a couple figures, or they're all in on role-play, lightsabers, helmets, that kind of shit. Like, that's where the views and stuff come in, man.
Oh, yeah. So the Cobra and I walked over. The Cobra and I walked over there, and it was dying down. The line was dying down. So we go in there, and Cobra was eyeballing that thing, and I was like, do it. And he's like, he was looking at a couple of them. He was looking at those Ahsoka sabers, and he was looking at the Maul saber.
Weren't the Ahsoka ones like fucking 600 or some shit?
Oh, at least, yeah. And so the Cobra was smooth as glass, right? He walks over and he's like, "I'll give you $250 for that right now. I'll give you $250 for that." And he's like,
cash.
Cash, right?
Cash, baby.
The battery pack, and but I loved it, man. I loved his vibe over there. He was trying hard to land one of those, and he's like, 250 right now. I'll walk out of here with those Ahsoka sabers.
And the Hyper, me and you, we were over there looking at some sabers too at the other booth, and me and you were looking at Darth Mauls and Vaders, and they had some heft to them, the Galaxy's Edge. But if you remembered, we asked, they had the boxes and the hilts. You have to buy the blades separately. That's the only bad thing about those.
I know, yeah. And I got hooked on the Galaxy's Edge sabers. I've got Anakin and Qui-Gon, and they're awesome pieces. But the money, they wanted more than what I paid with the blade. You know what I mean? So it wasn't really a good deal. So, because if I'm going to buy one of those, I want the saber blade with it. Like I don't want to be buying that aftermarket. I want to walk out of there with everything I need to have the lightsaber, So
yeah, dude, you don't want to have to go back down and like buy the blade later on. That's just, I mean, if you really want it, I think most people, like, they're either like they want the hilt for like a desk piece or to fit in their shelf or whatever. They're not as concerned about the blade. And for that aspect, I get it. But like, how are you going to get a saber and not at least have the blade? Like, I feel like it's kind of like,
oh, you and I weren't walking out of there without a blade. That's for damn sure. If we were going to buy it, we were going to buy it.
Damn straight, dude. Nah, ain't the blades? Didn't he say like 60 or something like that?
Yeah, right. And I'm like, okay, so, and he didn't even have them, so it just didn't seem quite cool with that. But they were nice though. That Vader was pretty sick, man.
Absolutely, dude.
Yeah.
I did want to. Yeah, so this was a cool moment that I wanted to talk about. Hyper mentioned it earlier. Getting to meet Robo, he is probably one of my. So like a lot of people grew up watching Robo doing figure reviews. I've only been collecting for about seriously like collecting as an adult for 3 years now. Obviously, I had a lot of this shit as a kid, like as we all do. But this is a guy that I kind of started watching probably like around the last year and a half or two. And I tell you what, man, he's quickly becoming my favorite. Other than like all my buddies, he is probably my favorite content creator other than Out of the Basement. I think he's really right. Like, I love his energy and his vibe. I like how he brings out both the pros and cons of the figure. He talks about what he doesn't like, then he moves on. And he focuses on what he likes more than what he doesn't like. And another thing, like, I see him review, it's like, so, and then like, you're not a reviewer, you're just a buyer. Like, if you only buy things that you like, that's not a reviewer. But it's like, you're going to buy something that you hate just so you can know that you're going to hate it and shit on it. Like, I just like where he comes from, where like, I'm only going to buy things that I like, and that's what I'm going to focus on reviewing. So, like, I like just his energy is great. We walked into the con, and me and my wife were we went in a little later that Saturday. It was like 12:30 or so, or like 11:30, something like. It was 11:30. It opened 10 o'clock on Saturday. It was 11 on Friday. So a little bit of a later start on Saturday. Me and my wife kind of like to mosey in and take our time, not be elbow to elbow in a line. So we moseyed in and we're going up to the front. As I go to call Hyper, I see him standing there talking to Robo. And I'm like, no fucking way. It's Robo and fucking my boy. So I walk up there, introduce myself. Hyper's like, yeah, I've been talking about you with him, man. Yeah, we talked for a minute. We must have talked for, I know y'all were talking for quite a minute. Then I stood there and talked to him for about 5 or 10 minutes. And then other people that we knew started to come in. And then, like, I like to say, hey, maybe people feel included. And then the conversations steer and we change people. But I really would have liked to have talked to him a little bit longer. He was extremely cool to talk, just a chill, laid back, humble guy. So it was really a joy to talk to. And I think me and Hyper just like, I think the vibe was just right with him, man.
Very, he was cool dude. Yeah, very, very much. Just I think his head's in the right place,
Absolutely,
and,
dude.
Yeah, so I like him a lot.
Yeah, man.
I mean, most people, I know you've had way more interaction with some of the bigger ones than me. I've had very little, if any.
A little bit.
But I mean, sometimes, when you meet them, they are people in the community who are well known, so you're never quite sure how it's going to go. But I would say just about every single one I met was really cool, and they didn't know me or knew me through you or something like that, and
Yeah.
And they were still very cool about it, so that was really good, so.
It was a cool time meeting everybody else, other content creators. And sometimes things can be different in person. And, we're not all going to get along. I'm not saying that anything bad happened or anything, but it's just, it's just how it goes sometimes. We're all in the same space. It doesn't mean we're all friends or anything like that. Obviously, we would like to all be like that, but it's just, unfortunately, there's a little bit of like just bull crap and extra stuff that goes on in this community. So you just never know, man. It's just, we just want to talk about toys, man. But this is another one of my favorite pictures from the con right here, man. This was a really cool moment, man. We were talking about Maul a few minutes ago. He looks phenomenal, man.
Yeah, that was such a great costume.
Yes, it was.
I think that was my favorite costume there,
100%.
Yeah.
I think he should be disqualified from the cosplay because that's just like, there was a really badass Star Killer there. Did you see the Sith Slayer Star? That was pretty cool. Fucking sick. He did a great job on that costume.
Actually, I'll tell you what. You know what? If I'm being real, my favorite costume was not a Star Wars costume. It was the Mars Attacks guy.
I didn't see that.
Oh my God, the Mars Attacks. He was a Mars Attacks alien from that awesome movie Mars Attacks, and it looked so movie quality. For a minute I thought like he must have just pulled this right off of the lot, like it was so good. And his he had the whole Mars Attacks alien face under the glass dome helmet, and his mouth would move. He had the sound effect. His gun would shoot a laser and it would smoke. Like it was
that's insane.
It was insane.
That's rad, bro.
Yeah, it was really cool. So a lot of good cosplay there for sure. But just to finish up on what we were talking about. Oh, there's the
hover tank.
That's pretty
cool. That was really cool too. I was like, Hyper, we gotta get a picture in front of the hover tank, bro. Let's go.
Yeah,
and,
right.
Dude, me and Hyper were about to hop in that motherfucker, bro. And I wasn't nobody gonna touch my boy Hyper. I was gonna slam, so I'm just playing.
and I'll tell you what. So the other thing is, they were allowing the Twi'lek chicks up in that thing. They were posing up in that thing all day on Saturday.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they were doing all kinds of things up there. So I'm like, well, wait a minute, we should be able to get up there. And they're like, don't get up there.
Oh man, yeah, I would have loved to. I wouldn't have I'd have got stuck in that motherfucker.
That thing was really cool looking, man. That was a really cool piece. Yeah.
I wonder what's under there. Like, I wonder if it's like a golf car, if they have like a little chassis frame, like a little Volkswagen or something. Like a.
Oh, I didn't even think. You're right.
Like just like how the fuck did they get it in there? Obviously, there's like some, like
a side by side or something.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Exactly, dude. And you just hop. Yeah, I think that would be really cool to see like how they did that. It's very. Very cool. And seeing R2D2 and Chopper and these vehicles like the speeder, there was a really cool speeder bike that I had in my vlog. Seeing that kind of stuff in person, it really like the escapism is truly more capturing because it's like there in front of your eyes. It's not like on the screen when you're trying to escape. It's like there. It's you can touch it. You mean you're not supposed to, but you can.
And then of course they had some of the Marines were there in their 501st armor. That was pretty cool.
That was badass, dude.
Yeah, a lot of U.S. Marines they cosplay as 501st, which I thought was really cool. So
I actually talked to one of the guys for like damn near 10 minutes, man. His name was Mike, and he was dressed as an Imperial officer, and he was explaining to me like princess seams and stuff like that. It's like everything in the 501st has to be screen accurate down to the types of cuffs, the types of threads, like everything has to be screen accurate. And they have, if you're wanting to get into it, they actually have like actual guideline and books. Like you can go to their website and look up everything you need, and it has websites to everything. Like it literally gives you, it's like an encyclopedia to everything that you need to. And dude, I didn't realize it's not just clone trooper factions. They have a Tusken Raider faction, an Imperial faction, and then Door Rebel. Like there's like 15 different factions to the 501st. It's not just clone troopers. It's so much more than I even. And actually, one of my channel members, a very frequent member of the community and the Stone and Hyper Show, is Doug. He's a 501st member. I think ain't you got isn't it a TIE pilot, Imperial TIE pilot costume, Doug?
Is it now? Okay, that's awesome, Doug.
I think he's a TIE pilot cosplayer. I think.
Oh, we gotta get him on this show one of these days.
I would love to have Doug on, man. I think it would be super fun, man. Doug, how long did it take you to get your costume together? Like, in all time, like getting it together, the materials and everything to be eligible? I'm curious.
Okay, TIE Pilot. All right.
Hell yeah, that's a one of my favorite Black Series figures. It's an older one, but like the design is so cool, man. The hoses,
oldie but a goodie. Yep, absolutely.
Yes, oldie but a goodie. Absolutely, dude.
So
absolutely.
Now I think also, Doug, aren't there ranks within the 501st? So as a TIE pilot, are you a lower ranking TIE pilot officer, or are you a higher ranking one? How does that play into it?
Because I'm very curious. Hey,
Okay,
nothing wrong with that, dude. I ain't mad at you.
Absolutely.
Got to get your bargain. This was a cool moment too. This was right when I bought the Hot Toys for 110 and Hyper got that slave one for $90.
Yeah.
This was a cool moment. This was our first purchase together. We were walking through the booths. We had just met each other that we showed earlier in the stream. And this was our first purchase together. And this was just a really, really cool moment, man. Just getting that Hot Toys for $100 basically, and then Hyper getting that old school like Slave One Boba ship is just really, really rad, man. Very cool.
Hey, nice to meet you. Let's go buy some expensive shit right now.
And we sure fucking did, man.
We sure did. Oh, okay. What Doug's saying here now? Okay.
Oh, I'll come back to in Albuquerque, but there are local officers. Got interesting, man. Very interesting.
Yep. I know there's a big Rebel pilot thing going on too, and like there's
okay.
I keep thinking about like when I was in the military, man. That would have been fun. I don't think the 501st was a thing back when I was in it, or if it was very new. But that definitely, I can see how a lot of military people might go for that, because it's kind of just like a natural, shift over into that fun cosplay world as a trooper, so. But
absolutely, dude. I was trying to look up some more pictures that I uploaded to my Instagram from our trip, man.
Doug, send us some photos, man. Send us some photos. We'd love to see that.
So I'm going to try to set up a Stone and Hyper email, so that way if I want to start doing an email segment here on the show where if y'all want to send us pictures of y'all's collections, or like we can get pictures of Doug and his costume, I'm gonna make us a Stone and Hyper email. So if y'all want to show us stuff or send feedback for the show, certain things that y'all want to see us cover, anything like that, try to get some more feedback and include y'all even more.
I want to see Connor wrestle the Wampa next year. That'd be kind of good, right? Get some pictures of that, taking him down.
That'd be amazing, dude.
Hunting the Wampa, right? I thought Stone was maybe gonna hunt the Wampa, maybe like South Carolina boy might do that.
Right? Is that a whitetail buck? Where's my 30-30, Bo?
That's right.
I'm about to get some Wampa backstraps, Bubba. You ain't never had nothing better, Bo. Hey, let me put some Wampa. You ever had Wampa stew, Bubba? I'll hook you up, homie. Come on down here in South Kakalaki.
There we go. Hey, there it is.
By the next Stone and Hyper show, I will definitely have an email going for me and Hyper for the show, man.
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah.
Hey, dude, awesome. You got a laptop and everything, man. As long as you got a laptop, we can go live with you. And all I'll do is I'll send you a link. You click on it, and then we'll yap the night away, my friend.
Let's do it, Doug. Absolutely.
We'll be in touch with you, man.
But you got to be in your TIE fighter pilot outfit.
I know you, Doug. I know you don't have an email. I'll make Stone and Hyper email, and then I'll post it on my community tab where everybody can see it, and you can email it there.
That's right. Doug's out there in one of those hippie communes in Albuquerque, isn't he? Is he out there? Right? Is he in one of those Earth ships out there in Albuquerque?
You go to Burning Man a lot, Doug? This is something earlier I wanted to talk about. Earth experiences a Pachycephalosaurus skull, and this is a cast of the skull. It's not the skull itself, but this is one of my favorite dinosaurs too. And I wish I had like my hand or I was in the picture so you could have like some size or some perspective of scale. But this thing was massive, dude. Like I'm talking about, my head is probably like right here. This is a huge. Yeah, bro. It's so fucking cool, man. Extremely cool. And then there was another one I was going to show. There was an Allosaurus skull that I just thought was extremely rad, man. A little bit of a smaller specimen, but still cool nonetheless. And I don't know what my computer is being really freaking squirrely right now, dude. I don't know what's going on.
Wait a minute. What was that Darth Revan Hot Toys? Did you snag a Darth Revan Hot Toys somewhere along the way?
No, that wasn't me. That was not,
Okay.
bro. But
Okay.
I don't know if you follow him, Figure Brian. He's kind of well known on Instagram. He posts some cool shit.
Oh yeah.
That's a pretty cool one right there, though, man. I don't have that connection to Revan, but it's cool. It's a cool looking character, man. I just don't know much about him.
Right, yeah. That is a cool looking character.
Might be like Malgus, man. I might need to do some more research because I didn't know shit about Malgus. Then I've seen the Black Series figure, and I was like, well, I'm buying that. I'm about to find out who the fuck he is now because this guy looks rad.
Star Wars Collective right now is squirming in his chair. He's like, oh my God, look at that Revan. Look at Revan. Revan, that's going to look really good next to Malgus over there, Collective. I'll tell you that.
Oh, don't do that. That's fucked up, Piper. That's fucked up, bro.
Look good next to that Malgus, I'm telling you. Oh, Doug says he owns the hippie commune in Albuquerque.
Hey, bro, let's go.
There you go, man. Absolutely. I'm ready to move. Someplace warmer. Is it warmer?
Yeah. I don't use Streamlabs. We use StreamYard, my man. But we'll work it out. We'll definitely work it out, man.
You figure it out.
We'll definitely figure that out, man. But this was their 30-foot Tyrannosaurus skull named Frank. And dude, this guy right here, he was cool to see in person, man. He was a big boy. He was a big boy.
Wow. I gotta go here next. That looks awesome.
I think we would have a phenomenal time, man. I think we definitely need to go next time. And dude, it's $10 to get in. That's it.
Yeah, right. Exactly.
And you're helping out something like special and local, and you can see this Triceratops skull here in the back. And just off to the right here, I didn't get to take a picture because there were some kids. They were their parents, and I don't like to, with the camera. I'm trying to be respectful, of course. I didn't feel comfortable taking video with the kids right there, so I didn't. But just off to the right of the picture here, it was actually a gentleman that was sculpting away a actual Triceratops fossil that they found from Montana. Because, like I said earlier, this museum actually does have active digs going on up in Utah and Montana, I believe. And they're actually taking tips, right? They have like a little donation box, and it says it will take hundreds of hours to chip away all the rock from this fossil. Any little bit helps. So you can actually watch that guy chisel away and like work on the rock. Like he had his brushes, his tools all laid out. Like it was really cool, man. It was really fucking rad. And then like the moment I walked in, the people up at the front were very, very, some of us in the paleontology community were a little bit eccentric and different, let alone people who are into nature. So there were some people might consider them strange cats, but once you start getting them talking, you realize that they're humans too. And they were just extremely knowledgeable, super fucking friendly up at the front. And I could tell they were kind of filling me out. They were like, what do you think about that Draco down there? I guess they were trying to see if I knew which one. And I was real with them. I picked up a couple like, oh, this is sick. And I kind of spit some shit that I know. And then they were like, do you know what the da-da-da? And I was like, no, educate me. Which one is that? And I was like, is it this one? Like, just the exchange there and learning the exchange of information there, kind of building a relationship with them. And the way that they have it laid out, you start and you go around. It's like you form a full circle. And dude, they have minerals, rocks, fossils. They have old antler bones and drill punches and fucking tools. They have fossilized jaw bones. They have fucking actual fossil skulls cast. They have fucking dude. It is one of the most cool. It's a small place, but once you get in there and you really take your time at looking at everything, it just like the time before you realize that you're like, damn, this is a small place, but we've been in here almost a fucking hour. And then you come by. If you don't buy anything by the time you walk in, by the time you walk out of there, I have a feeling most people will buy something. It was like I was already looking at the dinosaur figures, and I was like, let me get the fuck on. Let's get through this museum so we can see this shit. And then we got to the end, and I was like, okay, they were super friendly to me. They were knowledgeable. They were. I got to support these people, so I bought some figures. We bought some stickers, and it was just a really cool time, man. I cannot wait for next year to take you, Lady Hyper, and even Mama Mando and Curtis, and if anybody else that's down there wants to tag along with us, like Sam Cobra or whatever, Troy or Jacob, anybody makes it down there, and it was just such a cool fucking experience, man. Anybody who's into paleontology and nature, Hyper, dude, I just know you would love this. But me and Mrs. Stone were just like, it was just such a great time, man. Such a cool place. I
Can
can't
you
say
imagine? I'm just trying to imagine. So there they are. They park in the parking lot, and somebody in there is like, "Oh, we've got one coming in right now." They had you on the line. They had him on the line. They were like, "We're gonna sell so much shit to this guy when he comes in."
Dude, they knew.
Of course they did, right?
And I even told them because they asked us where. I guess they could tell we weren't from there. They're like, "Where are y'all from?" We were South Carolina. We're in for ICC Toy Con, Star Wars fan. They're like, "Oh, so you like toys, do you?" So I think, dude, as soon as I walked in, I was picking up shit, looking at it. So like they knew. Yeah, I had to refrain a little bit, bro. I got those 4, and I was like, I'll be back. I'll be back next.
I was gonna say, did they have to restock after you left? Is that
yes, dude? So what was cool, man, is I hate that I didn't get more footage of it because there was also a couple kids and families in there didn't want to do camera, But dude, they had like bins, like clear plastic bins with sections, and like, bro, there was like 10 to 15 of each dinosaur in the little sections. They had the name of the dinosaur, like. I loved it. So anything that I didn't recognize what it was or I didn't know what it was, I was like, wait, what is? I was like, oh fuck, the names are right here. Because at first I was kind of showing off. I was like, oh, the Draco or the Tricer. I was like, trying to show that I knew a little bit, But those people in there, bro, they were next level, dude, and they could tell I'm a very humble dude. I'm always looking for knowledge, and I could just tell that they knew what they were talking about, and I was like. I think they could tell I was asking the right questions, and they could just tell I was legitimately interested and like focused on what they were saying. So I like making. Me and my wife just got some ink, a little bit of ink added to a piece, Hyper, and so we were at my uncle's shop yesterday, and she got that done. I went ahead and scheduled. I got me a piece coming up in 2 weeks. Super excited. Don't know what I'm getting yet, but. Anyways, we were there, and my uncle is a huge Marvel Wolverine comic guy. Like, dude, he's got thousands and thousands of comics, man. Just like laying back in boxes in his tattoo studio.
Yep.
And he was pulling out the fucking X-Men #1, like, and it's got the full sleeve of the entire, like, all this epic ass shit that I've never seen in person. And he's shown me some of this stuff before, but. I love seeing people nerd out over what they love, even if I'm not into it, bro. Bro, me and my wife, we love American Pickers. These guys that collect locks or There was this one guy he was talking about. This was on TikTok, and he had a fan collection, like ceiling fans and like
desk. I've seen that. Yeah,
dude, and the passion, like him just talking about the fans made me interested in them because of how much he was like, how much enthusiasm and interest and care. That he had for these fucking fans. I was like, dude, but you can literally collect anything: coins, bottle caps, stamps, fans, cups, knives, action figures. That's the beauty of collecting is there's so many ways to do it, and there's no wrong way. That's the beautiful thing about it. There is no wrong way to collect. It's so fucking cool, man.
We years and years ago, we got invited to one of the guys I served with in the military was getting married, and so we go to his soon-to-be wife's parents' house to meet them, and we walk into this house, and actually the house, Troy, it was in Swansea, so Troy knows where Swansea is. Swansea's in the town kind of between where Troy and I live, and so we walk into this house, and this woman collected upright vacuum cleaners. Vacuum cleaners, dude. She had in her house all along the walls and all the main part of the house, the living room, the dining room, the kitchen area was all stand-up vacuum cleaners that she had. And I'm like, she's like, oh yeah, that's my vacuum cleaner collection. And I'm like, what? You're so right, man. I mean, you never know. Like some people are collecting vacuum cleaners, ceiling fans. Like,
Yeah, dude.
wow, like Star Wars doesn't sound that crazy after you start looking at some of the other collections people have.
Dude, yeah. People want to judge us for judging toys, but they have no idea the other collectors that exist out there. You know what I mean?
Right. It's
There was
wild,
one.
man.
Here are these Stone and Hyper shirts. I want a little live look at here. I don't have a sample of this here just yet. I haven't ordered these yet, but I got to get some stuff out to some Hyper included. I got to get some stuff out to some people. So these are next up. And I really like the green here. I'm going to be sending Hyper a green one. So we got a couple different colors there on my shop. The link is in the description. If you want one of these, I hope you enjoy it. They're about $26. I tried to make it to as cheap as possible with the shipping. It ended up being like $30, $31. So I try to keep it as cheap for y'all as possible. And but I like the way that they turned out. I think they look really, really good.
They look awesome. I can't wait to wear that shirt around.
I can't wait to get.
What is the Stoned and Hyper show? I can hear it now, like just walking around the grocery store or something. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man.
Yeah,
I can't.
Awesome.
Troy, I will try to. I think I will try to make it to where I have a blue variation available. I'll try to go back into the shop and make that. If I can, I might even order you a blue one. We'll see what I can do, man. And Connor, you like the green? I'll keep that in mind, my friend. So we got a blue and a green. Okay. All right. But man, I'm really excited to see how these come out in person. I think I'm gonna have to get a green and a black. I'm really awesome. Liking. Thank you, man. I appreciate it. I just want to take the time, man. This show and doing this with you is very special to me, and I wanted to have. We need to have some kind of representation for that as well, man, because we have people that not only support our individual channels, but also come here and support us together. And I just wanted to have something to commemorate that,
Well, it's funny because I always forget that my good buddy Rob was the one who actually created the logo for us.
That's right.
He gave us about maybe 10 or 12 different choices. And so Rob, he's actually subscribed to my channel. I believe he's subscribed to your channel as well. And he pops in and he comments on my stuff from time to time. He's my best friend, so he doesn't always come by and watch everything. But
yeah,
Rob, if you're watching, man, we love this logo. So thank you so much. Yeah.
Shout out to Rob, Hyper's friend. Thank you so much for the logo, man. It is when you made that for us, man. We didn't expect it to become what it has, man. And you've made something iconic to both of us, man. So thank you so much for that.
Yeah.
Just a look. Obviously, I know I'm wearing it here, but this is another look at the shirts. This is a 4X on me, and I feel like these are really true to size. So don't worry about ordering bigger or larger. Like if you need an extra large, order an extra large. Don't worry about getting the 2X or anything like that. So
right.
This fits me just like a 4X is supposed to. I love these shirts, and yeah, man, I can't wait for anybody who wants one. I did have shout out to RebelScum420. He was the first one to order a shirt. So one of my channel members, thank you so very much, man. It means a lot to me. I hope you enjoy your shirt, and if you have any kind of problems with it or there's something that you don't like about it, please let me know. And I'd like to make sure that everybody likes what they get. And Mom, I'm definitely working on coffee cups, man. And like I said, and like Hyper said earlier, his little update, he's got or I should say a big update actually. He's actually coming up with his own logo that he designed and reached out to another graphic designer who has kind of cleaned it up and spruced it up a little bit. So he's going to be coming out with his own merch. So be on the lookout for that as well. I definitely am going to be having a Hyperdrive Collections mug and shirt. There's no doubt about it, man. No doubt about it.
Well, thank you for the plug, man. I appreciate it.
Dude, bro, you got to support each other, brother. Absolutely.
Oh, definitely. So, yeah. So, we were having fun passing out the Stone and Hyper stickers, too.
Yes, we were,
that
man.
was fun.
Yes, it was. I meant to give you some. I'm going to ship you some.
So, I passed them out to Ton Wee, Sebulba. We gave one to Andy Succumb. And then we passed them out to, like, I gave one to the Kenner guy and some other guys. So,
yeah, man.
Who knows? You never know. Like, hopefully it'll.
You never know who's going to come by a Stone and Hyper. You never know who's watching, man. There's always lurkers out there too.
Lurkers, people be lurking.
Yeah. They be lurking, dude. They're out there, man. But we love our lurkers. Everybody who's watching that don't, because dude, sometimes we have like 20 people in here or 15 people, and there's like only like 8 or 10 commenting. That doesn't.
Right. Yeah.
So we got people that watch that don't always necessarily, they just want to observe. And so with that being said, we do love our lurkers. There's nothing wrong with that. 100% cotton, Howlrunner. They were all cotton.
Well, man, hey, it's been we're at the 3-hour mark. You want to wrap it up? And
yeah, dude, I think that's a good place to call it, man. And Troy, I'm definitely going to get some stuff with sleeves worked out with hoodies. I'm cooking up some stuff, my friend. I'm trying to make this special for y'all as much as possible, man. So I'm still cooking up some stuff. Need some Stone and Hyper socks, Curtis. It's so funny. That's wheat, bro. I was looking at one of the socks. They were like $8 a pair, and I was like, oh, that's kind of cool. And I was looking at socks the other day, so maybe we can. And then yeah, you and mom can split a pair. Perfect.
Stone and Hyper socks would be pretty rad, man. Yeah,
I think we might need to make that happen, dude.
Right. Oh yeah. The little pin would be cool too. We should probably work on our own, our own pin collection.
That would be kind of rad, like enamel pin.
Enamel pins, right?
That'd be kind of sick, dude. That'd be kind of rad. I think we might. Yeah, we're gonna be cooking up some stuff. That's for sure, man.
Oh yeah, hell yeah.
But just wanted to go back over and highlight some of the. We got Doug Smith, who's been a member for one month, and I have a lot of. It's been my membership's been going for about a month now, so I appreciate everybody who's a part of that. It means very, very much to me. We got a $4.99 super chat from Troy, and then we got a $1.99 super chat from Mama Mando, and then a $4.99 from our good buddy Jacob, Star Wars Collective, and then a $9.99 from Connor, another good buddy in front of ours, and then ending off the night we had a $19.99 from our good buddy Troy. Thank you all so very much. Also, member for 2 months. Thank you so much, man. Just greatly, greatly appreciated. Me and Hyper truly appreciate each and every one of y'all. Hyper is back, everybody. Be expecting to see a lot more content. He's working on a swamp diorama. There's much more coming. Y'all know me, man. I'm posting shit just about every other day, if not every day. So be on the lookout. I'm always posting shit. Thank you all so much for watching. Thank you all so much for checking out the vlog and just supporting me and Hyper and being so amped for us to meet at ICC. It was really cool to see everybody else. Not only were me and Hyper excited, but everybody else was really hyped about it too. And that just really, really warms our hearts. That's for sure, man. It was really, really rad.
It really was. It was awesome. So thank you very much, everybody. We'll do it again in a couple of weeks. What do you say, man?
Absolutely, man. So technically, as long as life does not get in the way and everything goes according to plan, which luckily things have been good for everybody, I hope. So technically the next show would be June 7th. That will be in 2 weeks. That is not next Saturday, but the Saturday after. So June 7th will be episode 19 of the Stone and Hyper show. And who knows what's going to go on, man. Maybe there's going to be some Black Series news. Maybe we'll have some hot toys to talk about. Me and Hyper, we're always going to yap about something. We're always going to have something to talk about with y'all. And I don't see me and Hyper slowing down anytime soon, man. We love doing this, and it's very, very fulfilling, man. And I look forward to this. I think this is a release for not only me and you, Hyper, but just also everybody in the community who comes and hangs out with us. It's like we have something to look forward to on Saturday nights. And if you don't make it, you get the replay, you got dinner, you got kids, life. But then, like, at the same time, if you can make it, we all have somewhere where we can all get together and talk about what we love: toys, Star Wars, TMNT, fucking G.I. Joe. We all get together here on Saturday night, all of it, man. And it's just awesome, man. It's just fucking awesome.
And hey, by the way, so the weekend of June 29th, coming up in just a few weeks, I'm actually going to another smaller con in the Acton Boxborough area of Massachusetts. So it's at a pretty decent hotel. It's actually not a small con. It's a pretty good sized con.
Yeah,
not quite as big as this one, but a good one. So just so happens that my wife is working that weekend, so I'm going to go hang out and do that. So if anybody's in the Acton area of Massachusetts and wants to go to the con, let me know. Maybe we'll hook up and do it and meet up. So we'll stay. I'll let you know the details as they develop.
Yeah, please do, man. Absolutely.
Yeah.
But y'all, I am beat. Long day of my niece's birthday party. I was so looking forward to tonight, being able to talk about ICC, meeting in person, dude. It was just such an exceptional time, and I cannot fucking wait for next year, man. It's gonna be. I was talking to you in the pre-show. I don't know if it could get any better, but I just have this weird feeling it's gonna be.
Hey, you know what? And we're gonna bring a lot more people with us next time. So
Absolutely,
you know
dude.
we'll get it cooking. We'll get it cooking. So
You damn straight, bro. But y'all, this has been episode 18 of the Stone and Hyper Show. I hope everybody have a good night. Thank you all so much for hanging out with us. We will see y'all June 7th, episode 19. We'll have something to talk about. We don't know yet, but it's always going to be a good time as always. So thank you all, everybody. May the force be with you. Have a good night.
peace.